Alright, we are live. Hey everybody. I really gotta say, I do not like the way DirecTV updated their whole, interface, because now it doesn't even work correctly. Been struggling with that all afternoon. Anyways, hope y'all had a good couple of days, and yeah, today we are headed off to some more of LEGO Star Wars 1, the GameCube version, on RetroAchievements. So, let's get it booted on up. Last time around, we actually made pretty good progress overall on the achievements and stuff. Yeah, we're already at 19 achievements done. Now, there's obviously still a lot of time-consuming stuff to go, so we're nowhere near being done. But we are making progress at least. I just gotta make sure all the audio and stuff is in here good. Oh, no. I just realized something. I don't have my controller plugged in. I will be right back on that one. I'm dumb. I forgot my controller. And I really don't need Star Wars music to get me copyrighted today. I haven't been able to get my controller to work wirelessly with this thing yet. For some reason, I haven't been able to make that work yet. I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong or what. Okay, let's try that again now that I actually have a controller. Okay, so let's get off this screen as quickly as possible for music purposes because we don't want that copyright. 500,000 studs currently, not awful actually. So let's see what kind of progress I'm on so far. I know that a lot of episode 1 is done, just not some of the cleanup. Yeah, negotiations is completely done. There's a super battle droid walking around. I actually missed a couple of Invasion of Naboo. Really? Escape from Naboo's done. Mos Espa Pod Race is done. Retake Theed Palace and Darth Maul are not done. Let's start out with those. Let's start out with a little free play. Start out with a bit of cleanup here. I thought I had music turned off. I don't know if it maybe just doesn't carry over between times playing the game. Who knows? Actually, let's see if that actually is the problem. Oh, yeah, sure is. Huh, that's weird. It doesn't actually stay. Alright, so this time around, we don't need to focus as much on studs, but we still want to get as many studs as possible. We got 6 mini-kits left to find here, so definitely want to try to get all of those in a single run, because this is one of the longest levels in the game. I wonder if there might be something else up there. Nope, nothing. Now that we got Jar Jar here, that's going to make life a little bit easier. There we go. Gotta get back used to the controls, but hope y'all had a good weekend and all. Mine was fine, fun. It was a good time, just got to relax, ate some good food. Went to a teppanyaki place for my dad's birthday, which was really, really good. We have a really good one around here. Some good tasting food. I think we found his new favorite, nicer restaurant down here. And it was also a ton of food, so I gained, multiple pounds probably from that, but it is okay, because I'll lose that within a short period of time, most likely. Yeah, it was fun. Good weekend. Hey, sweet, I'm doing well. Got a pretty bad work week. Yeah, I know that feeling. Which one of these is... I guess it's that. Yeah, I know that feeling quite well. Sadly. Alright, let's just block a bunch of lasers until... is that almost everyone? Okay. I blew that up, but there's no studs from it. Alright. Is there anything over here for me to go for? I don't see anything. Jar Jar can't do that. Right. Go with the guard. And I can go over here, but I don't think there's anything left over here, because I think I was already... Well, maybe I wasn't already in this area. Huh. Well, that's a really... That seems like a wasted area. Easily could have put a secret there. I don't know why they wouldn't have. Thursday, when you were lifeguarding about to close the pool, had your phone in your hand to check the time, and some woman built like Whoopi Goldberg thought you were taking pictures of her and her friends. Oh, God. Some people... I don't get it. Fortunately, I guess if you want to keep your job, you can't say anything offensive about it. Now, how did I not get this last time? I have no idea how I missed that one last time. I completely forgot about that one. Alright, we're already 6 canisters into this level, which is great. I have no idea how I missed that other one, but hey, it's all good. No need to bother with building anything, because we can simply skip forward. And then in here... I might as well use every path here, just in case for some... Well, no, I think there's only... Let me use the chute. I don't think there's any reason of doing this. I don't think there's anything hidden in here. Alright, we're good in there. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything in there, just want to be careful. Hey, I'm Darth Maul. I'm your master. Why do you think it's okay to try to kill your master here? I can't remember if the Droideka shields eventually come back up or not. Actually, might be better off just using a gun character in this. And the funny thing is, even when I turned the music off, I still got several copyright notices on the first stream of this, which is insane. Because it's like, I turned off the music, there really shouldn't have been anything for copyright people to get mad about. Guess little sound clips or something. And when you told her you weren't, she had the nerve to say, oh, okay, I just wanted to know. Some dumbass that just wanted to be heard, probably. Yeah, probably some dumbass that just wanted to be heard. Wanted to be obnoxious for no good reason. Hey, Robbie. And there's nothing else in there. Well, the thing is, I don't know if that's actually gonna make him not say something to you, unfortunately. People are stupid and kind of crazy at times. It is how it is. Okay, I don't think there's anything secret outside of any of these, at least I hope not. Running away on Death Stranding the past week, got 34 out of 63 trophies, but only on Chapter 6, so ways to go. Yeah, that's one of those games where you get a lot of trophies early on. Like, you get a ton of the trophies fairly early, and just by finishing the story, but then the last few are just such a massive grind. Speaking of massive grinds, that's what this game's eventually going to get around to. Honestly, would rather work at a gay pool than deal with that kind of crap from women. Yeah, that's just kind of ridiculous. Just someone wanted to be heard. Wanted to be a problem for no reason. We get him too. Okay, so that one's done, but is there something behind here? Okay, there is not. Guess I won't stream Death Stranding anymore. I will stream it again at some point, just not very much of it. Alright, so we need to light up these red lights. I don't know if we need to light all of these, or if this is actually even a part of it. It might only be the giant barbell thing. But, we're not completely done with streaming Death Stranding. It will get streamed again at some point. some of the grind stuff will be. It's just not going to be any sort of major priority because I got a lot more Retro Achievement stuff to play. I got so many games on that backlog now that I'm super ready to start working on. Again, this is another thing where they could have had a miscellaneous trophy, like, light all the lights with the Dark Force character in this area. Could have easily done that. I'm playing through a controller. I'm playing through a PS4 controller. One of my working PS4 controllers. Oops. Switching characters was not a good idea. Alright, perfect. So we've cleared out everything so far. 7 out of 10 mini-kits, which is not bad at all. Obviously, I'll collect any studs that are easy to get to, but they're not our priority here. Feels safer there and more welcome since you get a bunch of compliments. Oh yeah, that's very true, you would. You'd also probably get hit on. Which I'm not sure that's something I would want to deal with. Oh! Oh, there is something up here. Hang on. I think it's just studs. Yeah, it's all studs. There's no, like, double score zones or anything. That wasn't until the next game that I even existed. And nothing else in there. Okay, got everything there. But yeah, I probably will stream at least a little bit of Death Stranding in the future, but it won't be a significant portion of it. And whenever I get the actual Platinum Trophy, I'm sure I'll stream that as well. With the Resident Evil video having come out, the next one to start working on is going to be Astrobot. So, very excited to start working on that. I don't know how long that one will take to put together because it's not, you know, an insanely long game. Even though it does have a lot of DLCs and stuff, but we'll see what I end up deciding to do exactly with how much of everything I show versus just showing the trophies or something. Because I got a lot of videos to work on in the backlog right now. Don't mind, plus those guys are more respectable about it. Oh yeah, they're definitely generally pretty respectful with stuff like that. And you don't get attacked if you are disguised as a droid, which is nice.
Roger, roger.
And I can do that. Roger, roger. And they don't seem to care that they just got shot by their own friend here, so... God, the droids fire so slowly compared to the other, like, blaster characters. But they do give you that help of not really being... basically a disguise, I guess was the word I was looking for. Alright, so there's stuff over there that we could get, and I didn't actually mean to fall off, but there is more to explore here, so... There's something in here. There's a blue stud. Definitely seems like the kind of thing I would expect in there. More studs there. Yeah, we need all the studs we can get, because we need about 4 million total to buy everything, so... It's gonna be a while until we get there. Although probably the first item I would want to get might end up being the collectible detector once we get all the characters. Because, like, characters come first because abilities and stuff. Even though we have all the abilities we need. But then I would probably get the collectible detector. Either that or the invincibility, because they're literally the only two that actually do anything in this game, unfortunately. It's not like the second game where they actually did have purposes for a lot of other stuff. Get some more studs. Ooh, okay, so that actually made you fall down into there. That's kind of cool. And we can get out of here, hopefully. Small, break that, thank you. And that's just studs over there, so I'm not going to bother with those. And there's R2. Well, I hit the wrong button. Guys, I'm still getting used to all of that again, because it's been a while. But yeah, I was on RA some more, I was looking at more lists that I might want to do at some point. Quite a few more to do for sure, like... What else was there? Like the Nicktoons Unite games, and... a few other, like, kids games and stuff that I used to play, so... Found more and more stuff to play, can't wait to, again, do more retro stuff. Oh, I need to look up, I actually haven't looked at everything I wanted to look at yet, though. Like, Chibi Robo, need to look that one up. That's a rather underrated franchise, at least the original game is, because it's, one, it's extremely weird, and two, it's one of those oddly satisfying games, because it's about cleaning. Which doesn't sound like it would be fun, but it's sort of like Power Wash Simulator. It has a certain addicting feeling to it. Gonna upgrade, your Indiana Jones and Harry Potter sets came in, they look great, nice. Gonna upgrade the Indiana Jones set, the other copy of the same set arrives, connect the 2 statues, solid. I finished building all of my new stuff, which is good. And I don't actually have to do anything with that, I can just hover over. Yeah, I finished building all my new sets, so they look good. Definitely like having a train for the first time, that thing's pretty neat. Although I now need to pick up, like, actual rail line, which is gonna most likely have to be knockoff stuff, because the real ones are insanely expensive. Like, real Lego train track is way too expensive. I can get, like, the cheap Chinese knockoff stuff for way, way cheaper. Alert negotiation levels on the movie. I would not remember specific lines from the movies for the most part, unless they were heavily leaned on. Alright, so here we can go up using whatever method we want. The problem is, I don't remember where the next mini-kit is. I know there's at least one in the hangar. Paycheck comes in, get the Harry Potter Malfoy Manor set. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that one, like, is actually a reasonably good price, or very reasonable price, at least for once. Which is surprising from LEGO, but hey, that's awesome that they would do that for once. There's the hatch that little Anakin goes through. I must at least just get this open first. Well, I don't know where my partner is at this point. I was gonna be able to tell the difference with the tracks. Oh yeah, obviously. And before we go in, let me go and explore the ground just a little bit more, make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. 150 for 1,600 pieces. Yeah, that's a very good deal by modern LEGO standards. So that... Actually, what does this do? What does this lead to? And is there another one that I have to move? Yes. Okay, so there might be something out here. No? I don't see anything with that. Huh, then I don't know... Maybe I actually already got whatever was up there if there was anything. Probably wasn't, but... Never know. Gotta explore everything. I don't want to miss anything and have to redo this level again. Oh, right. These do that. I forgot about that. They just come out randomly as you go up. Cool. They were Star Wars. Yeah, they'd be like $500 at this point, I feel like. Just how insane Star Wars is. And it's hilarious how much those new sets are getting dragged. Like, all of the new sets are getting so much hate that they deserve for being so absurdly overpriced. And it's kind of hilarious, actually. Like, they all have, like, 1-star ratings, all the new ones. Just simply because of how awful the price is. Which is good. Maybe LEGO will choose to listen for once. They probably won't, but you never know. You can be hopeful. Hey, Cassie. Yeah, we can be hopeful. I'm just not expecting much. Seems like a suspicious little area, but there's nothing else up here, so... I don't know. Still all the droids, and I think there is still something in this room, because I know that we didn't get everything in this area. I know there's at least one in the final room, but I think there's actually 2 in there, just because of some character switching and stuff. Then this will get us the ability to build that entire table. Probably Republic Juggernaut deserves the hate. Oh yeah, that's easily one of the most, like, egregiously priced things I've ever seen for LEGO. Was it $160 for, like, 800 pieces? That's insane. Oh, yep, there's a mini kit. That's one of the 3 that we're missing. Hi, player. Bought a thing of 40 lunchboxes, got the 20 legendary outfits. I don't think I spent any money on that game. I think I just decided to be a mixture of patience and actually just, like, waiting out the time and, like, changing the dates. Because I did a lot of date swapping, like, 6 or 8 months ahead of time or something. Like, well, not ahead of time, I mean, but, like, 6 to 8 months jumped ahead, probably, to do everything in that. Alright, that is 8 out of the 10 mini kits, so this is looking good. Right, I'm dumb. You cannot kill a Droideka like that. I think there might be something else here, though. Let me double check here. That is by far the most pitiful, terrific, or terrible, pathetic, inadequate. Yeah, that is so stupid that they would do that. I mean, I guess I don't... If people still buy it, that's the problem, is that people are still gonna buy it, even at that price. I mean, obviously a few people are gonna buy it just for the purpose of reviewing it, which is one thing. Unless they get a free copy of it in some cases, which they might. I don't know if all the LEGO reviewers do that, though. I don't think they all get it for free. I'm very surprised if they did. Do that too, but the stuff is currently on sale. Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't blame you then. Speed it up if it's not too expensive. Alright, 2 mini kits left. Let's just checking something on my other monitor. Hey, T-Jade. Okay, so we got 2 mini kits left, and they're both in this final hangar. Let me make sure there's not one hidden back here somewhere, because I feel like that's totally a thing that could happen. Apparently not. Okay, then. I know where at least one of the 2 remaining ones is. It's over, like, behind... Or not behind, it's, like, on top of a ledge somewhere. I also went ahead and did my grocery shopping today for once instead of saving it for, one day. Okay, so I think that, yep, there is something up there. 100% there's something up there. Just don't remember, I guess that's not how we get to it. Ah, that's right, we can build something here. Well, let's get rid of any enemies on the ground floor first. But yeah, I actually looked up even like a couple of the other LEGO games that have lists. LEGO Batman's has quite a bit to it. And LEGO Star Wars 2's Retro Achievement list is, like, even harder than the Xbox 360 version, so I don't know about that one. Alright, that's number 9, let's go! Yeah, that one's even, like... That is a... Okay, I was about to say, something seemed very off about that pile of bricks, but occasionally they do just troll you with something like that. Yep, LEGO Star Wars will collapse, people stop buying it, same can happen. Dudes on dating apps quit spending their money on subscriptions. I've paid for the subscriptions a handful of times, but they've never really led to much. Now, I may end up doing that, like, a couple weeks before I head to Japan, just purely so I can swipe on the apps in Japan. Like, early, and maybe, you know, meet up, have some fun while I'm over there. That's not just, like, all the normal stuff that we're doing where we're exploring and everything. Can't hurt. That'll be like a one-time type of thing, a one-month type of thing. And there's our last mini-kit. Let's go! Alright, now we just gotta free the remaining guys. We got Tandabit from Camping Trip. Being tan is living rent-free in your head for the last 3 days. Nice. What makes it even harder? It has all of the no-death achievements that the Xbox 360 version has. But for most, it has like one for every single level of the game. But you can't use ghost characters or red bricks. So you have to get through every level of the game without any cheats or without the powerful, overpowered characters. Without dying. And that includes the already brutal one for finishing the final level of the game when you're inside of the... What's it called? When you're going into the Death Star at the very end of the game. Yeah, that level was already brutal enough for that. And then it's also like just 100%ing everything, but that's to be expected. But yeah, that's the main thing, is you have to be able to do those. But the LEGO Indiana Jones list is pretty easy. Like, that one's mostly just a completion, like, collectathon. It's just, you know, beat everything in the game, 100% the game, and I think you get every trophy, except for a handful of them from that. And the miscellaneous ones, the handful there are easy. Only buy it if it's on sale for, like, $10. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy any more of those unless they go on a really good sale, which hopefully their reviews getting tanked will mean something. But we'll see. Alright, that's another level 100% cleared. 50,000 studs, that's going to put us at over 500,000 studs again. Let's go. So next up, we are going to head off to finish off the Darth Maul level. And there's a lot of mini-kits left here, so... let's play as Mace Windu. Why not? Because we haven't played as Mace Windu at all. Well, we did in that one story mission, but that's it. But yeah, they did make a few things more difficult like that for the LEGO Star Wars 2. I think the Complete Saga, not the Skywalker Saga, but the original Complete Saga, has something for achievements in it, because I think it had a PS2 version. I owned it on the Wii, but I think it had a PS2 version as well. And probably I'm sure it had an Xbox version. Mace Windu with a badass purple lightsaber. But that doesn't stop me from getting hit by random exploding barrels. Let's try that again, thank you. Come on, there we go. Alright, another barrel. This one I think has one or two rather annoying canisters, if I remember correctly. But then there's also LEGO Batman 1, I think is mostly completion as well, with a few miscellaneous trophies or achievements. I didn't take a massive look at that list, but it seems to be more completionist based than in, like, anything super difficult, which is good. I want to try out that one glitch in LEGO Indiana Jones 1. It's the first level, you have a certain amount of studs, and there's a way you can instantly get over 1 billion. Ooh, that would be super useful then, because that would save a lot of time. I mean, I don't think that game is super grindy compared to, like, LEGO Star Wars 2, but even so. Switch to Jar Jar, and that's canister number 5, already done. And then there's nothing else in here on that side, so let's pick up any studs I can. So we're gonna need them later. Playing the Battlefield 6 beta right now. It's sad because I've been so busy these last couple weekends with stuff, I just haven't had the chance to really even play the beta. It's fine though, I usually don't play the betas for games. Not normally, sometimes I do, but it's not a common thing, so it's honestly not that big a deal. But it looks like it's gonna be the COD, well, say it's gonna be like a COD killer, hopefully it will be. Hopefully it's gonna do something to Call of Duty and actually make Activision start caring again, at least a little bit. Because obviously, they don't care about what fans say, but if it hurts the pocketbooks enough, they actually will start paying attention. If I remember correctly, there might be 2 things to do in this one. there's these switches on the floor that we have to hit. And I think we also have to mess with the lights, because they're all Dark Force, Sith. I always call it Dark Force, even if it's technically Sith. Okay, I've got an idea for this. Let's go with Droideka. They are no match for Droideka. They are match for Droideka. Now, why are they attacking me when I'm a Droideka? I thought that they weren't supposed to do that. Well, they won't attack me if I'm a standard... Wait, the Droidekas will attack me if I'm a standard battle droid. What? That's slightly confusing. Yeah, that's a bit confusing. That's super random. Okay, that's not going to work either. Jango Fett moves pretty quickly, so... There's got to be a way to stop them from spawning in here, because that seems a little bit rude. A little bit mean. Let's try hitting all the lights. See if that does anything. I might actually be able to... Ah, there's more to this. Hang on. There's no fast force ability in this game either, which kind of sucks. We'll say Leonie & Jones 1 should be added on PS Classics. I would love to see that happen. Battlefield 6 is better than whatever new COD game is coming out. I mean, Call of Duty's basically dead at this point, but we'll see if we actually get lucky and maybe can stop it. Have a good, have Battlefield have a good year and finally do something about Call of Duty. Because, I mean, I know that they've already thrown shade at Activision over the skins, over the stupidity of, like, all the skins and stuff. Alright, we're gonna have to play as someone that can move fast in here. And the problem, again, is just the fact that we have these two to deal with. Without that, this wouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's play as Jango Fett, because he seems to be the fastest moving character. Yeah, Jango runs pretty fast, so... Oh, now they're coming from the other side. But that's the problem, is that you end up potentially dying, so... It's gonna take some luck here, I think. I probably did this with two controllers back on the PS2, actually. Yeah, I probably did this with two controllers. There it is. Yeah, I bet I did that with two controllers back on the PS2. That's actually rather challenging. Definitely one of the more annoying canisters in the game. Maybe the most annoying, if I remember. There's a handful of canisters in this game that are pretty annoying, and that's definitely one of them. Let's see. Looks like that'd be the first level between 10k and 20k, then go to the red brick room, go into 2-player, and then buy the red brick, and you instantly have 4 billion studs. That's awesome. That's actually very good to know if that one ever gets added to Classics, because then there won't be all the insane grinding we had to do with LEGO Star Wars 2. It's the last day of the beta. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's not that big a deal for me. But hopefully it's good. I doubt I'll play the game day one. It's about the only thing I'm planning on getting day one is probably going to be Ghost of Tsushima, but I won't even be here when it comes out. So, I mean, technically buy it day one, but at the same time, it won't really matter. Okay, I can't remember if there's another mini-kit in this area as well. There probably is a second one here, so I do need to explore a little bit. I know that there's two in the next room. There's at least two in the next room. Probably more than two. I think Activision started getting really bad. I I would probably... Oh, there is one here. Okay, good thing I looked. Alright, I know where the next two are. The next two are in the next room, so... I know exactly where the next two are. I would say they started really going downhill with probably... maybe Modern Warfare 2019? Or Black Ops 4 without having a campaign? Probably one of those is when I would say it really started to go downhill. Because, like, I would say the first sort of start of their downfall was probably COD Ghosts. But then they kind of came back with Advanced Warfare, at least had some positives to it. Even if the Zombies mode wasn't really that good, the rest of it was pretty decent overall. And then Infinite Warfare, of course, as I've always talked about before, I think Infinite Warfare gets way more hate than it really deserves. Like, yeah, that you could say that they were going downhill for sure for forcibly bundling Modern Warfare Remastered with it. But Infinite Warfare as a game on its own was pretty good. Then you had Black Ops 3, well, that was actually before Infinite Warfare, but Black Ops 3 had great zombies. It had a co-op campaign, which was kind of nice, first time since World at War, even if it was a terrible campaign. But the zombies was great, and the multiplayer wasn't too bad. So then after that, then you had World War II, and that's when they were going full-blown by then into, well, they had started with the loot box stuff, really with Advanced Warfare, and then started hitting it a lot more heavily, I would say, in Infinite Warfare, and then especially in World War II. And then after World War II, we got Black Ops 4 with its lack of campaign. Sure, the zombies people tend to be relatively happy about. It also gave us Battle Royale modes for one reason or another because it was so popular back then. Then you had Modern Warfare 2019, which had a good but short campaign, a terrible Spec Ops mode, and a not great multiplayer. Cold War had decent zombies and a pretty good campaign. Not so much a great multiplayer in my opinion. And then there was, after that, we got Vanguard, which was a terrible game. Then after Vanguard, we got... Oh, wait, I hope I'm gonna double check everything in this room and make sure I didn't actually miss anything in here. I don't think I did, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, we got Vanguard, of course, which is a mess. Then we got Modern Warfare 2 Reboot, which was just painful. Then we got Modern Warfare 3, which was also painful, but even worse. Hi, Howard. And then we got Black Ops 6, which is a good campaign overall. And the zombies is fairly fun overall. But then, of course, we got that game's multiplayer is just horrendous. I mean, really, whenever they started putting all the insane amounts of, like, skins and stuff into the multiplayer is where it really started going downhill for me. Because it used to literally only be like, hey, you could get a few different colored ghillie suits if you got enough one-shot kills or headshots with a sniper rifle. And you had, like, 6 or 7 universal camos for each weapons class. Someone who grew up in the 2000s, 2010s, you never cared for COD, didn't get the hype. I mean, I used to always have a great time with the new games, like back in the good days of it. Modern Warfare 2, kind of World at War, but definitely for Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. I was playing so much of it with people in middle and high school. Like, we would always have a great time with it back then. Like, we used to run fairly big parties back in those days. Like, you know, full groups of, like, me and people that I went to school with. Even though a lot of them were on Xbox, and obviously I was on PS3, so couldn't always get to do that. Actually liked Cold War multiplayer. It was better than the current things that we have, that's for sure, but that's not really saying a whole lot. Same with Halo. Yeah, I feel like almost everything new is just mainly bad. Yeah, haven't done anything particularly good in a while. Aha, that's the one that we're missing, so we can't get to that one yet. We will get it here in a minute when he starts doing his forcing onto the little platform thingies. Five hits. 6 hits. Almost everything new is mainly bad. Newer rap songs suck. Newer games suck. I mean, not all new games and movies are bad. I mean, Astro Ball was a great game. We've gotten some other good ones this year. And apparently there's been a few good movies so far this year. That Weapons movie is supposed to be really good, like psychological horror to some degree. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna need to switch over to Jar Jar and jump up. We got it. Darth Mauled, let's go. Oh, thanks, Django. You actually did something there. Oh, great, now there's 3 Darth Mauls, and I don't know... Hey. Oh, so that does work? It actually lets you do that? I thought for sure that wouldn't work. Oops. Sorry, Django. I might have murdered you there. Nearly murdered you there. Let you get murdered. Basically the same thing. I did not think that would work. And then one more hit. And done. Oh. Never mind. Oh, right, he switches again. It's not like some games where they don't do that. Alright! That is almost everything in episode 1 done. We're only missing that second level because apparently I missed 2 collectibles there. I don't know how. They're probably, like, buried in the ground somewhere if I had to guess. We'll come back for those later, though. Let's see, still working on Modern Warfare 2 for the PS5, just need to get 3 stars in Denied Area. PS5 version you doing since there's 2 now. Yeah, they've gotten so ridiculous now. Used to love COD back then, so many good memories, and it's the same for me, because that's back when starting out the channel, I had a lot of good memories of a lot of the older games. So yeah, I don't know where those last 2 are on that level, so we are not going to worry too much about that right now, though. I would rather make a little bit more progress. First, let's head outside, though. And now that we're playing as Jango Fett, you will literally get attacked by, like, everything out here. Well, normally you do, but Qui-Gon is currently crippled or something, the way he's walking. Oh, there's Yoda jumping around. I'm surprised they're not attacking me. Usually this would always lead to getting attacked. I could have sworn that was a thing that used to would happen. Maybe it was a PS2 thing. Oh, well, I just murdered my own son. I'm a great person. Things suck, but at least we're still getting some good things. True. New ones that come out. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, definitely do those newer ones. Get all the studs we can out here, and... Huh, I could have sworn they would attack me more. Man, it's like they just don't care. Wow, you guys are boring out here today. You're not even trying to fight me. That's the whole purpose of going out there, is just to start fights, because it's kind of fun. I mean, it's very fun. It was always entertaining back in the day. Alright, any new characters to purchase? No. We have a lot of Episode 3 characters coming, though. All the hints are purchased, and then extras... we can buy a cheap extra here and see if... I can't remember if there's an achievement for buying any extras, so let's buy one. There is not. There's only 10 extras? There are only 10 extras. Wow. That's insane. There's literally only 10 of them. That's crazy. I thought there were at least a few more than that. Okay, episode 2. Let's head into Camino, and let's quickly knock this place out. PS3 crashed on you while you were trying to buy something, but the purchase went through? That's weird. Although I guess I'm not that surprised because with how old that is at this point. Dang, we got a pretty high view count tonight. I gotta get back to doing more Sunday streams. Because I don't always get to do them depending on like how busy I'm gonna be on Mondays, and I actually am gonna be pretty busy tomorrow, so maybe not the best Sunday to be streaming, but hey, it's all good. Here, good, it actually didn't give us quite as many characters this time, because usually it gives you like an unnecessarily large amount of characters for each level that you really do not need. It's like, really you only need the 7 or 8 different classes. And really, like, you don't even need a Jedi class in this game either, because you can just use Sith characters for all of it. It doesn't matter. Okay, I knew that that one was cleared, but is there something hidden behind here? Is what I want to see. I feel like this is totally a place where they would hide something. Well, that's the second time I've murdered Boba Fett tonight. It's crazy that Modern Warfare 2 has 4 different versions, and then the OG one that makes it 6. It's gotten insane. Double Jango Fetts, let's go. Alright, so what are we missing in this hallway? I already did that little thing, I think, but let me just double check to make sure. Season Pass for LEGO Marvel's Avengers, $10. Need the Season Pass for LEGO Batman 3 for $15. It's honestly not awful, but it's a little bit ridiculous that they charge that much still these days for how old those games are. Yeah, it's like, really, when it comes down to the abilities, you just need a Sith character so you can use all types of Force. You need an R2 unit, or the other version of R2 that we have here, the red one, for Astromech and Hover. You need C-3PO or TC-14 for protocol panels. You need a standard blaster character like a Naboo Guard or something for Ascension gun spots and for blaster spots. And you need Jar Jar or General Grievous or Grievous's guards for high jumps. And I think that's it for abilities with this one. I don't really think there's any other abilities that you actually need in this game. Unless I'm forgetting one. But I think that's all of them. So there's no Bounty Hunter panels, there's no, like, Empire panels. Just Force, Blasters, Super Jump, all that kind of stuff, and that's really it. OG MW2, PS3, MW2 Remastered, new MW2 PS4, new MW2 PS4 re-release, new MW5, or MW2 PS5 COD HQ. I'm sure there's going to be an MW5 at some point, so... Oh, small characters. Can't forget the small characters. We also have them. Oh, well, wrong button. Whoops. So Jango is unique because he can actually hover. He is the only character that is not a protocol astromech droid that can do so. Which is pretty neato. Just like how Boba Fett is like one of the absolute most useful characters in LEGO Star Wars 2. Just because of that whole ability. Let's get all these studs too, because we need them. But we haven't missed any of the true Jedi stuff yet either, which is good. So, gonna hopefully get all those first try. Even if we don't, though, it's not that big a deal. Alright, so we get one mini-kit there. Then we get another mini-kit over here. Okay, so I believe that this is... I think that, like, resets them or something. So we have to figure out which one of these to go through. Okay, so 2 goes to 4. 4 goes to 1. 1 goes to 2. 3 goes to 5. Of course, it's the last one I picked, because of course it was. Just feels weird to leave a Lego game unfinished. Fair enough, yeah. How was yesterday? I had a good day yesterday. Hope all of y'all did too. I think he will eventually fall down, though. He will eventually stop hovering, so you can't just go forever. Alright, so we're only missing 2 more mini-kits here, so nothing too bad there. Love COD HQ as much as you like Whoopi Goldberg. That's a little insulting to COD HQ, don't you think? I mean, it's probably fair, but at the same time, maybe a little too insulting to COD HQ. Nah, I'd say it's actually okay. You know what, I'm gonna say it's actually okay. It probably is fair to both of them. And that was one that we already got. Just making double sure there. R2, activate that. Working a lot of now, have a shift every day, including the weekends. At least you're making some money. Getting some money for college. Okay, I don't remember if there's anything else in here that we need. I don't think there is. I don't actually remember where the... I think one of them's a Dark Force thing till the end. Yeah, I think there's a Dark Force thing till the end. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Make sure I don't miss anything here. I guess my memory isn't quite as good with this game as I initially kind of thought it was. Haven't always known where every single thing was. I remember a lot of them, but maybe not everything. Alright, let's just spit out some pieces. Mostly long shifts, 8 to 10 hours. And you said something about, like, not getting overtime, which I still think is kind of weird. I thought you should be getting that, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe the state's different. Okay, I already did that. Can I shoot this? No, I cannot. Okay, activate this. Make sure there's nothing that I missed inside. Nothing. Perfect. Oh! Is that a shock blaster? Is that a legit... that kind of looks like a shock blaster. The blue bolts on it? Yeah, that looks more like a shock blaster than an actual normal blaster. Oh, we always gotta do the fun, secret here. We always gotta do this little secret. Don't ever want to miss out on this. Gotta temporarily turn the music back on for the very fun secret here. Still one of the best ones in the game. The classic one. Blue stud. Alright, let's go ahead and set up the secret dance party. Still one of my all-time favorite secrets in this one. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do- Darth Maul dancing, getting some studs. Of course, we already got the mini kit here, but it's a classic Easter egg, and still one of my favorites in this franchise. It was great finding it back as a children. That was like the greatest thing ever back then. Lots of nostalgia there. Lifeguarding is a pretty boring job. And I guess you can't just like sit there on your phone or anything in case someone actually needs to be saved. So I guess I can see that. Alright, let me turn the music back off so we don't have to deal with copyright. Yeah, it's not like some places where you can potentially just sit around on your phone for parts of the day, because you are actually responsible for potentially saving people. Felt too popular in that pool, which was great. We were having one shift, and that was when you worked as an attendant. It's one of the few times you didn't need surveillance of the pool. It was insanely active. You have no one's there. Okay, that's fair, yeah, if no one decides to be there, but you show up and get paid, even if there's no one there, which is kind of nice. Well, that was unfortunate. Django. Okay, apparently he might not be able to hover that gap. So maybe R2 has, like, a longer hover range or something. That's how they sort of nerfed Django from being, like, by far the best character in the game otherwise. He's super fast moving. He can hover, just maybe not as long. And he has blasters. He has very fast blasters, for that matter. Alright, so one of the mini-kits is in the next room. I know exactly where it is, and I think the last one's right up here, actually, so I think we're good. Unless I did get that other one. I don't think I did, though. Alright, so up here, we need to first activate the protocol panel. This will be easier as a clone. Oh, well, I say that, but I might have been wrong. First, let's grab the studs up here. It's kind of slow on the gun, so I might just have to use Django here. An attractive Spanish woman kiss you on the cheek when you were leaving, which is nice. Ooh, very nice. Man, do I just have, like, the wrong character for this? Grab the studs from there. Looks like a secret hatch over there, but that might just lead to studs, so that might not actually be useful. This is a bit unfortunate. We kind of don't have the best blaster characters for this. Man. Okay, so that middle one stayed active for longer, which is weird. Why am I so bad at this? Really? He fell off. And that's just because his blaster launches backwards. Okay, you know what? Let's try this with the clone again, because at least he doesn't fall backwards when he shoots. He just can't hit anything. You know what? That's actually lore accurate. So you know what? I can't say anything because that's completely lore accurate. The dude literally can't hit something that's like 2 inches in front of him. So it's actually a lore accurate clone. That's actually hilarious. Maybe that's... I don't know if that was intentional or not. Probably not, but it's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Just gonna have to use Django then. God. I do not remember this ever being this difficult. Maybe I had probably had a better blaster character though, because in all honesty, neither of these guys are that good for this. Man, I do not ever remember struggling this much here. Because I can't just shoot him. Am I missing something here? Or do I just have 2 really bad blaster characters? Yeah, this is weird. I do not ever remember struggling with this one like this. I'm gonna guess it's because I have 2 very bad blaster characters for this. Of course. And the fact you have to switch characters every single time for this is kind of annoying. And how was that fair? I hit all 3, but the bottom one went out before I had any chance to shoot the other 2. That seems a bit unfair, don't you think? How? I legitimately just think I don't have the right blaster characters for this, which is bizarre. But there would actually be enough of a difference. Okay, that time it worked. I don't know what was wrong with the Stormtrooper before, why I decided not to be accurate earlier. That was super weird. I swear I don't have trouble with that one normally, so I have no idea what that was. I'm just gonna chalk it up to bad luck with the characters that I got. Because if I had, like, Padme or something, I feel like that would have been easy. I feel like she's a little bit more capable as a blaster character. Oh, so that's not a hatch. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab those studs, though, because we need them. Alright, we're going to get over 35,000 studs on this level, which is good. The more studs we get, the better. The less cleanup we'll have to do later. But absolutely 100% lore accurate with this basically discount storm... Well, I say discount stormtrooper. I could say precursor to stormtroopers not being able to hit the broadside of a barn. Let's go and shut both of these down so they stop causing problems for us. Now, we need a Dark Force character. So, yeah, this is going to be our last item in the level. It's so weird only having 10 collectibles on each level, plus the stud meter. It's like almost basically nothing compared to all these later games that have had so much more. Well, that was easy. And level complete. Slightly dangerous with the amount of enemies that it's on. But we can just move on now. We're not even going to fight the enemies. There's literally no point. Oh, there is a point, because we can't get out. If we do so. I maybe don't have as good of a memory of this game as I thought I did. At least in some places. Let me guess. Force, yep. Repaired the ceiling for free. I don't work for free. Alright, I think we can end this fight more easily if we play as a blaster character, because you normally wouldn't have a blaster character on this level. And you're supposed to use those cannons around the arena to knock out his ship whenever it starts shooting at you, which is kind of interesting. But you don't need to, like, at all. There's literally an achievement for it, but it's a super easy achievement. Oh yeah, we can end this super easy with a blaster character, because normally you would not have access to a blaster character. Well, I still died, but that's entirely on me for being lazy and not moving. I can hover too! Yeah, look at this, Django, I can hover too! Although I think we're still gonna need... to use Darth Maul... Oh, no we aren't. We don't even need to use him for the force deflection part. I'm surprised there wouldn't have like an achievement for not deflecting any rockets back at him or something. Still winning the fight. Alright, easy enough. Aside from that one that really shouldn't have been as difficult as it was, but I was just dumb or something. Anyways. Another level done. Another level done. We can do one more cleanup level. I don't want to play Droid Factory right now because I don't like that level. So let's go do Jedi Battle. This is a quick one. Jedi Battle is usually one of the quicker ones, so we'll do this one next. I don't really feel like doing the other one right now. And Gunship Cavalry should already be 100% done. Gave me good characters again. I like this. Yeah, just keep giving me Darth Maul. Because he satisfies all of the Force requirements and lightsaber requirements. And just give me an astromech, a protocol, a small character, and Django. And we're really satisfied everywhere else. Alright, so we're going to need to jump up there with a super jump character, which is totally fine. Easy enough. And they really did not have a lot of places to hide the mini-kits on this level, as you can tell. Because we already had a bunch of them, and now there's 2 more up here. So yeah, they did not have a lot of places to hide the mini-kits on this level. I mean, it's one of the smallest levels in the entire franchise outside of maybe some of the Vita levels. So it makes sense. Look at those PNGs of characters out there. That's kind of funny. Alright, so we got that one. Something's exploding. Okay, so we already got this one somehow, so... Ooh, that hurt. Well, we're not going to get a lot of studs on this level, but that's fine. Already got the stud meter filled. So a lot of these super battle droids are kind of annoying to fight, so... Take multiple hits. Yeah, once we do this, we can head off to Episode 3, which has several rather long levels. The first level's short, because it's the vehicle level. The second level is fairly long, because it has multiple exploration sections and a boss fight. The third level's pretty short. The fourth level is the longest one in the game, and my personal least favorite level in the game. Especially if you're going for True Jedi mode. It's awful for True Jedi mode. Then there's the fifth one, which is also fairly long. That's the Jedi Temple. That one's still fairly long. Not as bad, but it's way better for studs, but it is a longer level. Yeah, there we go. Use the environment against them. That's a lot of droidicas guarding one person, by the way. I guess it is Obi-Wan, so I understand, but still. And then Episode 6, or Episode 3's final level, Chapter 6, is fairly short as well. So that episode is 3 short chapters and 3 long chapters, so it's like by far the longest world in the game, or movie. I don't know if I actually got the ones in here or not. I guess we'll see here. Oh, I wonder if that's going to warp me away. Probably. Oh, surprisingly not. Now, see, if I had had Padme on the previous level, this probably wouldn't have been difficult. And I think I already got the mini-kits here, because, yeah, those were definitely doable otherwise, so not what we need to look at. This definitely was not, though. Yeah, small character. Definitely could not have done this one before. Young Anakin. Jump through. Alright, that's number 9. Got one more to go. And it's not over here, so it must be somewhere out in the middle of the battlefield somewhere. Or is it over... No, that's in the other games. Well, good shot. Some of these guys only shoot like a stun blast, whereas other ones actually shoot like a deadly blast. I don't know who designates who gets to shoot what, because I would be very pissed off if I had to use the crappy blast. Or blaster. God, this is a bit of a chaotic mess of a level. I can remember where this last one actually is. I feel like it's something that I missed out on before. It's like it's something I should have known, but couldn't find, if that makes any sense. It's not available until the second phase when we actually fight the boss. There is also still one more. Oh, wait, hang on. What if it's over here? No. Well, that's a bit strange. There is one more bomb to detonate, and I don't think that's going to make a difference. I'm going to go hit it anyway, but I don't think that's going to be what makes the difference unless... Oh, maybe it was. Hang on. Oh no, that's just forcing the droid, so... Let me rebuild this and make sure that something doesn't just, like, appear at the end of it. I could see the game doing that, actually. Yeah, let me double check on this, because that 100% seems like a place, a way that they could hide something. Oh, maybe we have to build the tower in the correct way. I didn't even think of that. Okay, you need to go away. Yeah, let me try building the tower the correct way. Yep, that's what it was. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Now... Oh, okay, so we just have to do that. Okay, that makes sense. You just have to build the tower correctly and you're good. Easy enough, once I actually put on thinking cap for a few seconds and realized sometimes the games like to do that. They like to make you build things all pretty. If they were a nice in-box Lego set. There's the last of the droid commanders. Oh, where are you? Where are you? And this is such a chaotic mess. It takes a while to find them. There he is. Wave 2. They definitely could have done, like, speedrun achievements as well for this game, especially for, like, levels like this. Be like, you know, beat this level in under 5 minutes, which you probably could if you really knew what you were doing. So I'm very surprised there aren't any speedrun achievements in this set. That 100% seems like something that you would get on RetroAchievements, just given that they have a lot of focus on speedrun stuff in a lot of games. Not all of them, but there are a lot of them that have speedrun type stuff. Luigi's Mansion, I think Super Mario Sunshine, all sorts of games have speedrunning stuff in them. Or require speedrun type tricks and tactics to get certain things. Alright, and level 3. Wave 3. I can just use Padme here. You're supposed to deflect bullets, but it's not like it matters when coming at us with like no studs anyway, so it's fine. We're gonna get 50,000 for building the mini-kit, so it's all good. Run away. Run away. Aw, he's so scared. He's a little bitch. He's scared. He's got 2 blasters and a jetpack. I got 1 blaster. Alright, another level. 100% done. 700,000 studs. Let's go. Almost enough for the mini-kit detector. Which probably isn't as useful overall as the invincibility, but we have to buy them all anyway, so it's not really that big a deal. So yeah, that level's done. That level's done. Count Dooku, we're going to come back to later. I don't feel like doing another cleanup right now. I kind of want to go ahead and start some new levels. Get back to the story. Then we can get more characters as well, because we've got to buy more characters. There's a lot more characters in the game. So Episode 3's room is, like, way neater than all the other ones. It's way bigger. It's got this whole, like, island in the middle for some reason. All these lights you can force open. You got this little juice bar thing. Nope, not that. Juice. It's blood and orange juice. One's blood, one's orange juice. Pick your preference, everyone. Alright, we're off to the final vehicle level of the game. Battle over Coruscant. This one is probably the... Well, I don't know if I'd say it's really the most difficult vehicle level overall. It's probably one of the more difficult for getting all the mini-kits in. But I don't know if I'd say it's one of the more overall difficult. I don't know. I guess we'll find out what I remember from this. So yeah, this level's long. Or short. 2's long. 3's short. 4 and 5 are both long, especially 4. Really both of them. And 6 is short, so... we got a ways to go till we're done with the main story here. Alright. We're dropping in. So, I got a funny story here. It doesn't include me dying to something stupid like that. Or does it? No, it doesn't. So I got a bit of a funny story here. I think I've actually told this one before, but it's been a long time. So, back when I was a kid, it was the year that episode 3 came out. And that was the first Star Wars movie I had seen in theaters. Also, I'm missing absolutely everything. It's inverted flight controls, which is fine. I just didn't know that at first. So, episode 3 had come out in theaters, blah, blah, blah. So, then we get to, like, September. And it's a birthday party for one of my friends that I got invited to. It's a slumber party with a lot of other stuff to it. Like, that was a really fun party back in those days. Like, when you're a 10-year-old kid, that was a really, really fun party. Like, went to a pool for a while for swimming. Then had, like, a big Nerf gun fight out on a nearby golf course. And it was a fun party. And then, like, we... No, wait, I don't know. Was it the party? Yeah, what? I think it was. Or was it with me and a couple other... You know, I'm gonna say that it was probably with the party. Just not to complicate my story. But, his dad had somehow got him, like, bootleg early copy of this movie on DVD or whatever. Or VHS. It was probably DVD. So we got to watch a, like, bootleg version of this movie. Which it would skip a few frames every, like, 30 seconds or so. So it wasn't really a normal experience. But it was just funny. I still just remember that because it was so, like, random. But it was pretty cool. Like, got to see this movie kind of early on DVD. I can't remember if it was that party or if it was a different time where me, him, and a couple of our other friends were hanging out. It might have been the other. Me and some other friends hanging out together. I don't know. That was a fun party, though. And then we stayed up till, like, 2:30 in the morning with, like, flashlights and stuff, playing stupid games, or Truth or Dare, all your kind of stupid preteen boy stuff. Oops. Yeah, there's another nice random story from childhood. Random games unlock random memories of old things that happened, and it's kind of fun to reminisce on some of it. Also, we may not end up getting enough studs this time. This one might be one that we want to focus on coming back for once we have the invincibility crit. Because this is one of the harder levels to get all the studs on, just simply because of, you know, how much chaos is going on and you really can't afford to die. Although, we're getting kind of close, so we'll see. We're only missing one mini-kit, which is good. If we don't get everything here, we can get it in free play, which is totally fine, even though the stud requirement will be higher. Oh, there we go! Got all the mini-kits, let's go! Yeah, we're not going to hit the stud requirement, I don't think, unfortunately, because I died a couple too many times and didn't kill enough stuff. It's going to be close, though. And if we don't get it here, we can always just do it once we have invincibility. Oh! Never mind, we did get it. Well, never mind my whole spiel there. You remember those days, hell yeah. The good old days. Okay, well, you know what? We got it. I'm not gonna complain. I ain't complaining. That's another level 100% done already. Two achievements for that as well, which is nice. So with that, well, we have 750,000. I can buy the mini-kit detector. And make sure that I don't keep missing stupid things that I shouldn't be missing. And any new characters to purchase after that level? Any clone pilots or anything? Apparently not. Alright, so that's good. We have the mini-kit detector now. Now I won't keep missing obvious items throughout the levels. Wrong movie. Yeah, another level, 100% complete. Let's roll. Used to think whatever that was happening outside the movie was part of the movie. Like the sound effects and stuff in the theaters and such. Alright, this level. This is a bit of a longer one. It's a good level, but it's a bit of a longer one. It's also got a huge boss fight in it. Well, mini boss fight, I guess you could say. So we do that to our ships, shake them up a little bit. Grab Blue Stud. Run into Force Field here, that should probably kill us. So this was a very rudimentary collectible detector. As you can see, it's nowhere near as obvious as it is in the later games. It doesn't really show up on screen unless you're actually looking directly at it. Now, it at least will tell me where things are supposed to appear at later, so I know to look for them. And we can't get this one right now because we need... Well, there might be like a way to do it, but we're not trying to trick it out or anything like that crazy. People made noise or walking over the picture. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. It still reminds me, like, the first movie that I saw in theaters after, during COVID, like 2021, so post-COVID, went back to the movie theater for the first time. And the people that were near us were providing color commentary on the film that we were watching. It was me and my girlfriend at the time. Which, yeah, it was partially annoying, but also kind of funny. It wasn't as good, though, as when I went to see the South Park movie re-release in theaters, and it was the sing-along version that I didn't know existed. That was a good time. That, again, that was last year. That was such a fun movie. Because there were only, like, 10 or 15 of us in the theater, but everyone was legit straight singing along and giving commentary on it, which was hilarious. Because I didn't know there was a sing-along version of that movie, so it was a lot of fun. That's one I need to show my parents, because I don't think they've ever seen that movie. My dad would find it hilarious, especially if he's had a couple of drinks. My dad's a massive lightweight when it comes to alcohol, so he'll start getting kind of stupid after, like, one. And it's really, really funny. That's how yesterday was. It was funny. Okay, that one... There's probably a way to trick your way out and get up there. Oh, it actually wants you to use that. Okay, I thought it was going to want me to do like a super jump or something. Okay, we're going to get new super jump characters after this with the Magma Guards, because they are also super jump characters alongside Jar Jar and Grievous. Okay, so that's an R2 panel. Can't do anything about that, obviously. God, we're not going to be able to get, like, any of the collectibles this time around, it seems like. Looks like almost everything is locked into free play, unfortunately. But again, this level isn't as bad as level 4 here. Not looking forward to level 4. Easily my least favorite level in the game. And I know I'm not the only person that thinks that. I know that's actually a relatively common opinion, at least for people who are, like, completionists. Maybe not for, like, otherwise, but definitely for completionists, it's a common opinion. Alright, with those broken open, is there anything over here? This seems... Oh! So this is something that we don't need R2 for. It's just an extra lift that allows you to bypass that part. But then also, I've got my dad, like, showing him the Fallout series. My mom isn't super interested in the show, but my dad started to get invested in it, at least a little bit more than he was, so we've currently watched through episode 5, but we only watch when I'm there, whether it's him or both of them watching. We only watch when they're... or they will only watch it when I'm there, simply because they don't understand what's going on. But then when I'm there, you have a walking, basically Fallout encyclopedia at this point to explain everything. So I can understand that there's going to be some questioning on stuff in that show if you have never played the games and know nothing about the lore. God, what, only 5 months until the next season? I can't freaking wait. It's coming out in December. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm so freaking excited for that. R2, it's you! I don't think this game has any of those, like, force object 3 different things and it gets you a collectible. I don't think this game does that, actually. There's another R2 panel over there. I think that we actually go up in this room and not through the elevator, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that? Okay, no, that's supposed to happen, so... Okay, yep. So we can't get that one because it's a protocol droid. This elevator no longer works, which is fine. There's another collectible that we can't get. God, this level's gonna suck going back to, because there's like hardly anything we can get on this level. Oh, oops, fell back down. Yeah, speaking of being like Fallout Encyclopedia-esque, before Season 2 comes out, I am going to really get prepared on videos, because with Fallout Season 1, obviously we didn't know how it was going to go. We didn't know how good it was going to be. So I didn't have like a lot of content prepped for it when it first came out that I could use for like good video ideas or anything. This time around, I am not making that mistake because I suspect that it's going to be just as good, if not better, because it's New Vegas as the setting. And it's finally going to canonize aspects of New Vegas that we've literally wondered about for over a decade at this point. So very excited for that, but like... because you guys might remember, I have done several videos where I discussed my made-up version of lore within the franchise, like what I think would happen with certain states. So far I've done North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Ohio. Oh, there's a little mini hatch there. I don't know where that leads. Probably up to the mini-kit, actually. And then Vermont. Which, unfortunately, that video heavily underperformed, which I'm not super surprised about, because, like, all of, like, 6 people live in Vermont, so I'm not that surprised, but even so. Before the second season comes out, I'm gonna fully prep and edit, like, 3 major videos of that lore. So, like, some of the biggest states. It's like, obviously, there's no need to do a California-based video for that series, because California has been so heavily explored in the games and the show at this point. But the other 3 biggest states have not been. Technically, Florida has not at all, New York has not at all, Texas has only been explored if you consider Fallout Brotherhood of Steel canon, which a lot of people do not. Hey, Secret Underdog. I'm doing well. I hope everyone else is. I mean, we've been talking about that a little bit tonight, but I am doing quite well. Enjoying some good old RA, Retro Achievements. This game is so much fun because it is bringing back so many childhood memories. Suicide bombing is not a childhood memory, but it just happened. I promise that was not a childhood memory of mine. Even though my parents actually thought about pulling me out of school the day that 9/11 happened and taking me back home because I was in a big city. The school was in a big city, whereas that was a rural... We lived in a rural area, and they still do, so... Here's a fun story for you. Almost got taken out of school on 9/11 because my parents didn't know if the terrorists were gonna attack, the city that my school was in. I have no idea how I connected those 2 things, because it makes absolutely no sense, but you know what? We'll just roll with it at this point. Almost done with Marvel Rivals, got all the hard trophies done, only 2 more left for Platinum. Sadly, one of the last trophies... Oh, it glitched? That sucks. I freaking hate glitch trophies. Okay, I think he's gonna do his little switcheroo again. Perfect. So yeah, we got a little mini boss fight against Count Dooku, and then a few more things after this. So, again, this is one of the longer levels in the game, but it's not... Well, I wouldn't say this is one of the longer levels in the game. It's just a longer level. Then I can't wait for Fallout Season 2. Super excited for that. And then I've got those different I've got those different states to explore and do videos of. So hopefully if I release those videos at the right time, you know, right when the second season is in its prime, right when it's coming out and stuff, should be able to pull in some pretty good viewership because I'll be exploring bigger states this time. Because the biggest state I've explored so far was actually, I think, Georgia, in terms of population. Because I think Georgia, does Ohio still have more population than Georgia in height, even though it's 95% corn? As someone who lived there, I'm personally free to say that. And Cassie, I'm sure you will confirm that for me, that it's 95% corn. Anything in here? Just studs. But yeah, I would do New York and Florida for sure, and the last one would most likely be Texas. This Florida, I think, will be great to explore. Oh, free mini kits. I like it. Florida will be great. New York, I think, will be great, even though that's an overdone area for apocalyptic settings. And then Texas technically has been explored in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, but again, that was not particularly considered canon by most people. I'm not even sure if the developers consider it canon. I need to look more into that. Because I'm going to have to play Fallout Brotherhood of Steel at some point, by the way, now, guys. Because it's on RetroAchievements. It has an achievement list. I'm going to have to play that game at some point. And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be horrible. But at the same time, it's one that I've never played before, never platinumed before, so something a little different at least. I just know that it's gonna suck. Because I still remember Mitten Squad's video of it from years ago, and his challenge was literally, can you beat Fallout Brotherhood of Steel without wanting to kill yourself or something? Because it's that bad of a game. So what was the point of that retractor thing? Is there... Oh! Okay, that'd be bad. Don't do that. I feel like one of those is gonna have something hidden on them, but maybe not. I don't care, because we already got True Jedi mode. I'm just making sure that I don't miss something obvious. How is there not a single mini-kit in this area? This totally seems like the kind of place where they would hide something, right? I'm not crazy thinking that, right? Yes, they didn't hide anything here. Also, I have music turned off, but we're playing music, because we, of course, are. Yeah, those will be very fun videos to do. We'll see if Lizard Guy survives. We'll see if other people like Platinum Paste survive. Other people that live in Florida. Sweet, we'll see if you survive the New York attack. I know I've got a couple of several viewers in Texas, but I don't know where they are in Texas, so I don't know if they would survive or not. Where's the Emperor? Oh, excuse me, the Chancellor at this point. He's the Chancellor at this point. Oh, there he is. He was cowering away, because of course he was. Nope, nothing out there. Okay, we got several of the mini-kits then, so we didn't do too badly here for mini-kits, 4 of them. That's not awful. Could have been a lot worse. We still got the General Grievous fight here, because, yeah, there's like 2 mini-boss fights on this level, actually, now that I think about it. it's not that it's a super long level, it's just it's got multiple major boss fights in it, so it makes it feel way longer. It is going to be fun to be able to make my first true retro achievements video once this game's done. Because like I've talked about before, with trophy hunting becoming a fairly oversaturated field overall, and even like Xbox achievement hunting, unless you've been around it for a long time or have something really new and unique to bring, it's a lot harder to make it with that. Alright, this is the last room of this level. But Retro Achievements, for the most part, is not heavily touched. Like, it's there, and there are people that do videos of it, but most of them are very small channels currently. Most of the big trophy channels have not gone to RA yet. Bushido's done it a couple of times, and those are some of his more viewed videos. And Platinum Pace has talked about it. And I want to say maybe one of the other big channels has talked about it as well. Wow, they really didn't have places to hide those last two. Those were super easy to get. Okay, so maybe this level isn't quite as long as I thought it was. So we only missed 4 canisters. That's actually not that bad. And we know where at least 2 of them are right at the beginning. 2 of them are right at the beginning, then there's one in that big room with all the fans. I can't remember where the 4th one is, but it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, for the most part, the major channels haven't really done retro achievement stuff, so that's what I'm hoping that is going to be able to start making me stand out a little bit more, is doing these games. Because I have so many of them to play in the future. Alright, another super kit done. A lot of the mini kit was done, honestly. I'm not mad about that at all. Especially if I could do like a really difficult or insanely like ridiculous list, like one of the Mario parties. Because some of the Mario Party lists on there are absolutely insane. Mario Party 4's is fairly reasonable. But like Mario Party 6's list is insane. It has like 250 achievements. And you have to do ridiculous shit on every single board and a bunch of other stuff with story mode. It's insane. Okay, General Grievous is not the hardest boss in the world. Not surprised they are. Yeah, some of the Mario Party stuff is just absolutely insane. Fortunately, we can't have those studs because they landed on the other ledge. This is, I think, one of the harder levels to get True Jedi on, if I remember correctly, because there's not a lot of opportunity. But yeah, if I can do something with retro achievements, that is probably going to be the best way to try and get some growth out of the channel. Now that has got to be the saddest mini-kit placement I've ever seen in a game. Like, really? That's a legit way that they put mini-kits in this game. Because they didn't have places to hide them because the levels are so small in this game. They literally put 2 right on top of each other, but you can't get one of them because you're not a super jump character. I'm sure there's a way to glitch your way to it, by the way. I'm absolutely positive there's a way to glitch your way to it, but it's just so insane that they would do something like that. It's so, like, random, honestly. I'm not mad about it by any means, I just think it's very hilarious and random. And, like, even with this game, they absolutely could have put, like, speedrun achievements in. Like, on this level, these boss fight type levels, they absolutely could have put speedrun stuff in if they really wanted to. But honestly, they were super nice with this list. And you know what? I shouldn't complain about that. I'm not complaining about that. I just think it's interesting that they were so nice about this list. Yeah, they did not have a lot of places to hide the mini-kits on this level. Yeah, they really did not try very hard on this level, because this one's so small. Alright, so that one we can't get yet, and we already have... Okay, so we have True Jedi, so I was completely wrong about that. You just have to not die long enough to actually get enough of the studs to get it. Alright, so we can't get that other one yet, and there's several others that we can't get, which is totally fine. We'll get them in free play. This is a short level, so this one will be easy to clean up later. Honestly, even Chancellor in Peril probably won't be that hard to clean up. Yeah, like, you easily could have put a speed run in on this level. Get through this level in, like... Oh! So since we blew that thing up already, it counts as being destroyed and finishes the level. Okay, yeah, so you could have such a speed run for that particular level easily. Like a 2 or 3 minute speed run probably is doable. Alright then. Hello there! Alright, another level done. Actually pretty excited for the LEGO Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark with look with the upgrade. It's gonna look movie-like. Very nice. Definitely show a picture of it on X when you get it done. Alright, let's quickly run this one back in free play, because this shouldn't take more than like 5 minutes. This one's so simple. We should be able to finish this one in like 5 minutes. This one's super easy. Get those 50,000 studs. Perfect. Yeah, this should take like 5 minutes. Ooh, yeah, there's more ledges over there, so... We got to explore quite a bit, because there's like a whole extra room you get to explore when you're going for this on free play. Crazy how you're working on 2 LEGO Indiana Jones movie sets. Well, they're gonna look awesome, though, when they're done. That's what's cool about all of it. Oh, hello, Jar Jar. It's a good thing you decided to come into my life here. Actually, it's really not, but it means I can get completion, so that's good. Okay, so we got that one. Do that. You can probably jump up there with Jar Jar, actually. Okay, so we got that. Build this. Blow that up. Move that out. Nope, not a blaster character. Fly over to that one. Yeah, they really did not have good places to hide the mini-kits in this level. There's really a lot of these levels where they made them so small they did not have good places to hide like anything. Which is kind of funny. I mean, it was the first of these LEGO games, so it's completely fair. It's just kind of funny. It's totally understandable, but it's just kind of funny that it did happen like this. There's probably a safer way to do this, but you know what? We already got the True Jedi meter, so it's not like it really matters that much because we get so few studs from this level. If I was invincible, it wouldn't be a problem, but we're not too worried about that. Let's just get our studs, or not even our studs, just our mini-kits and get out of here. I got more important levels to do. We're off to the longest, worst level of the game next, or at least the worst level of the game. I ain't looking forward to it. Alright, so blow up all those, or not even blow them up, just open them. Easy mini-kit, even though it's a little more hidden than some of the others. There's the Lost Ark, K-Road Lost Tomb, and then Temple of Doom Rope Bridge, yep. It's gonna look awesome when you get them done, because I'm terrible at, like, creating any sort of mock or anything that doesn't have an instruction manual. I'm not the most creative of human. That's for sure. I'm not hopeless, but I'm not the most creative out there by any means. You just attacked a harmless astromech droid, sir. Do you feel good about that? Yeah, they really did not have places to hide stuff on this level. Wow. They did, like, not put any effort into this one. Which is totally fine, because, again, it's such a small level, but damn, they did not put, like, any effort into that. It's pretty funny. Alright. Oh, well, I hit the wrong button because I'm dumb. Let's try that again. Okay, Darth Maul versus General Grievous. How's this gonna go? We all know who's gonna win this. Grievous, just give up. Save everyone the time, just give up. Already counted as a hit. Nothing for The Last Crusade, because the sets for that movie were not that great. Yeah, because it's all, like, either planes, the guard posts and stuff. There's not anything insane with that, or really cool with it. Damn, we got 27 people in here? Holy shit, that is, like, the highest view count I've had in a long time. Thanks, everyone, for stopping in here tonight. We are 3 levels away from being done with the main story of LEGO Star Wars, but then we still have stuff to clean up after that. It'll probably be another stream after this for sure. We're not getting the mastery tonight. That's not going to happen with the amount of studs we have to farm, so... Okay, Defense of Kashyyyk. For anyone who has played this game, you probably know exactly why I hate this level, and why a lot of completionists hate this level. It is not a fun level. That is sparkling water. So that's because for how crappy King's Crystal Skull is, it has better sets. Yeah, it had that giant temple and stuff, which was pretty cool. Kind of wish I had not sold it when I did. Probably could have gotten more for it nowadays. A lot more for it. Alright. For one, we play as Yoda, which wouldn't be that big of a problem if he didn't walk so slowly in this game. I think we can blow these up, right? We can, okay. Yeah, the stud requirement on this particular level is pretty strict. It's one of the hardest ones in the game, in that whole sense, so... Okay, so now Yoda has to use force on that. And I think we can blow it up. No, we can't. Okay. Why'd I buy the mini kit? Burp. I bought the mini kit detector because there's literally an achievement for buying every single item in the game. So I was going to have to buy it at some point no matter what. And because when I was a children, first playing this game, there were no internet guides. So yeah, when I was a children, there were no internet guides for this game, because the internet was kind of a newer-ish thing at the time. But I have to buy everything, so... I have to buy all 10 extras regardless, so... And that's one of the more expensive ones. I had the money for it. It's actually one of the only 2 that's beneficial to playing the game. And thankfully the Bowcaster is actually a pretty good weapon. Or Bowcaster is actually a pretty good weapon. Alright, I forgot I can do that. Yeah, this is by far, like, one of the worst levels to get True Jedi in, and it's one that there's a chance I may come back to it in free play to go for it if I don't get it here. Because we're going to be cutting it pretty close, most likely. It's much easier when you have the invulnerability brick, because then you won't lose studs when you die, because you will die going for certain studs in this level. Again, if you know this game, if you played through this game before, you know what I'm talking about with this level. Saw someone sell the crystal Only 80 bucks? Really? So it hasn't gone up that much then. That's interesting. Because I sold it for like 50 or 55 in basically perfect condition. But that was years ago. That was like pre-COVID years, so... I'm actually surprised it hasn't gone up more. Maybe it doesn't have any unique minifigures or anything. It might not. Then they're gonna buy a Star Trek game on sale. It's like a mobile game. Like the actual mobile version, or like a PlayStation version of a mobile game. Okay, so he does have that. Wrong button. Yoda, you handle the enemies down there. I'll blast across. Lots of studs. We cannot get to that ledge yet. We'll get to that in free play. Not hard, just to grind. Oh, gotcha. Used ones are cheaper. Yeah, I sold it for 50 bucks, but it was back in, like, 2017 or something. So it was a long time ago. It was before all the inflation stuff hit. So it probably would sell for like 80 bucks now. Way too cheap for the set. And if it's gone up to 80 at this point, then that means that with inflation, that's probably not that far off. It was mostly because I was trying to clear some stuff out. How much did it cost when it come out? Probably a heck of a lot more than I sold it for. That was one of a few that I was just trying to get out of the house because that was when family was moving and stuff, so... wanted to get some money for it. Didn't really care as much for it, or the idea of Lego sets actually being worth more than gold in some cases, I'm pretty sure. I haven't made perfect financial decisions in my life, we'll say that. I've been good with money for the most part, but sometimes I don't always make perfect decisions. Like, straight up splurging, you know, 450 bucks to go see Megan Maroney sit in the pit during a Megan Maroney concert next month. $80 per used. Well, mine was used, because it was fully built and everything, so it was definitely used. Does Yoda... Okay, he can do something with that. I was about to say, there's gotta be something with that, right? I mean, we're doing pretty well, honestly, on studs so far. But yeah, mine was used. It wasn't new in box or anything like that. Oh, mini kit, let's go. That's 2. That's better than nothing. Even though we're gonna absolutely have to come back to this level, and we've already scavenged everything here, so let's keep moving. We're only like a quarter of the way through this level, so like I said, this is one of the longest levels in the game by far. One of the most annoying ones. There's a very tight limit when it comes to studs. But it will get us some characters, which is always good. Okay, this little area out here is exactly why this level sucks. There are a whole bunch of studs that are tied to these plants. Including mini-kits as well. We probably are not going to go for all the mini-kits on this level until I have invincibility. Just simply because it... Oh, wait, this actually is a 3 of an object type of thing. It's the only one in the game, I think. I think it's literally the only one in the entire game. That's the thing. So the enemies here are infinitely respawning. And you just kind of have to get lucky the entire time. And not die when you're trying to pull plants out of the ground. Easily one of the most annoying levels in the game. Easily the most annoying level in the game when it comes to that. Because of that. Because they just never stop attacking. And it's both clones and droids, so you're not safe from anyone. I mean, at least you can deal with the droids that way, but... yeah, easily one of the most annoying levels in the game. Easily the most annoying level, because the next one isn't as strict on the stun requirements. At least Yoda, with his ridiculous jumping around, can actually avoid getting hit most of the time. Because remember, the amount of studs you need actually goes up if you play the level in free play. Oh, that's a carrot. So that's one that we, yep. That's exactly what I didn't have happen. Get the main blue stud back in the main thing. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually likes this level. If they're completionists at all, they do not like this level, most likely. So we're not going to worry about some of this stuff on story mode because it's just not worth it. If I can get the stud meter filled out, I will be perfectly happy with that, and we will come back for all of the mini-kits later. Once I have invincibility if needed. Because Yoda's obviously a badass, no one's denying that. Unless he tries to suicide bomb himself, but that was my fault. Because he has such a weird control scheme in this game. So yeah, we're not focused too much on anything on this level aside from getting through it, and hopefully getting the stud meter filled so we don't have to worry in the future. Just come back here once I have the invincibility brick. Might very well be the last level we 100% complete because of that. These guys just do not stop attacking no matter what. Not a well-designed level. I mean, yes, it was LEGO's first attempt at this kind of a game, but come on now. Someone had to have tested this and said that this was a problem, and they probably got fired for it, who knows. There's a shitload of clones. Oh my god, that's a lot of clones. I don't even remember there being this many of them in the PS2 version of the game. I don't know if this is a GameCube thing or what. Holy crap, that's a lot of clones. That's really like 20 clones at once. That's like $200 worth of minifigures right there. Holy, yeah, this is like $300 worth of minifigures. What the heck? That is literally like $300 worth of minifigures right there. Oh, there's a carrot. Cool. Unfortunately, doesn't help me because I don't know where the third one is. I'm pretty sure I already tried to get it and didn't. Ooh. Yeah, I have no idea who looked at this and thought that this was a good idea for a level. Jeez, there was nothing I could do there because Yoda's so slow and hard to control sometimes. Yeah, if you can't get this one in story mode, don't fret it too much. You can come back to it in the free play mode where you can actually have invincibility going. Easily one of the most obnoxious levels. Easily the most obnoxious level in terms of that. Because the next level's long, but it's way friendlier in terms of studs. Okay, Chewbacca, let's not miss that, please, thank you. Let's also not walk directly headfirst into a bomb, but that was technically my fault for walking him into said bomb. Okay, that's down, so... Yoda! What are you doing? Yoda! Why are you trying to... Why are you pulling the... Why are you doing the gymnastic moves from the end of 28 years later? If you haven't seen the movie, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's really, really weird. Also, that is a Dark Force object. We're getting out of here, like, right now. Yeah, 28 Years Later had a very weird ending in that sense. Alright, so we gotta get rid of the commander up there. He's gonna be a problem if we don't. Just needed to launch a few attacks back at us. Because I don't think we can get across this. I think it's... Oh, no, it's not bad. Okay. I thought that was like water or something, but no, we're good. Never mind. Oh my god, Yoda controls so strangely in this game. I don't remember him being this bad in the other ones. I know he's this bad, though, in the original, though, because I specifically remember it. Roger, roger. Okay, you know what? We're better off just using the Wookiees here, honestly. Yeah, we're better off just using the Wookiees for this. This is kind of insane because, well, can't seem to hit him. Man, you actually hit something today, sir. Okay, Yoda, I'm just going to switch back to you so you can actually block shots back at him. At least we haven't wasted most of the studs here, so... Isn't he supposed to shoot at me? Maybe not. Oh, maybe he doesn't shoot at you. Maybe he only calls in reinforcements. God, Yoda is so annoying to control in this game. I did forget about how just bad that is. Yeah, that is rather annoying in this particular game. I don't think he's that bad in any of the others. Okay, got rid of one of the shot callers. Good. Still this one up here. Come on, just get the studs back. Did I not hit him? There's a mini kit up there. There we go. You can hit him. Okay, thank God. Okay, that was a bit more of a struggle than I was expecting, but it is okay because we got through it. But then you die from getting shot at too many times, and then you are unable to get enough studs. We will see, though. We shall see. We might be able to get enough. It's going to cut it pretty close. Yeah, we're going to be cutting it a little bit close, but we shall see. It might be enough. It's going to be very close, though, because I think there's still another forest section after this, and then there's the final section. So like I said, super, super long level. And very, very annoying when it comes to studs. Come on, get the gold one. There we go. Rather buy Lego used as much as you want it new. And I don't blame you, because it's just so stupid expensive at this point. I bought a couple of things used in the past. I try to buy some of the sets new, but not always. Just honestly, with how expensive it's getting, it's probably not worth it to get new for the most part. Because there's a random... Is that an ARC 170, I guess? Yeah. What's this gonna give me? Lots of studs, I'm hoping? Lots and lots of studs? Yeah, we're gonna need a super jump character for that one, aren't we? Yep, need a super jump character for that. Okay, that's fine. I don't really know what the point of this little thing is, because Yoda can just hover across it. Get the plants broken. Just by use, especially the retired sets. Yeah, definitely for retired sets. Get all the gold ones. And Jones Wall Souls for $38, brand new's like $60. Oh, I'm sure that there are even worse ones than that, too. Oh, those aren't breakable for some reason. Okay. That's weird. Seemed breakable. I'm sure there's a way to glitch your way out. Okay, there is, yeah. There we go. Get all them studs. We need all of them. As many of them as we can, especially the gold ones. So this level, we're going to be cutting it pretty close. Those, perfect. Get all of those, there we go. Like I said, this level, easily one of the worst, but we are doing well, 34,000 in. Now we have a second forest section. I don't think this one's quite as annoying. There's also going to be opportunities for Dark Force characters in this area, which we, of course, don't have. Character sets are used, they'll be used when you open them. Very true. Motorcycle says like $35. I think it's the smallest set. If you mean the one I've talked about from Indiana Jones, I guess I'm not that surprised about that. Okay, that definitely seems like there's going to be a platform here, right? Yes. There we go. That's a lot of studs. Yeah, if we can get true Jedi mode, we are good to go with this level. Just getting the mini kits is totally fine. It's slightly annoying, but it's not super hard. I'd rather get the stud meter done because it's the hardest one in the game by far. Got that said it was $10 back then. Probably what I paid at the time, too. Definitely the smallest. Yeah, if it's a set I think it is, it's that I own. It was super cheap back then. Probably got it for like Christmas or a birthday or something, just as a random little set. Now it's gone up in value, which is great. For me, at least, in terms of value. In terms of those of you that actually want the set for one reason or another. Okay, more studs. Let's keep going. 3 more plants to bust. We've already found at least a few of the mini-kits, though, so hopefully won't be the worst cleanup on this level. There are a lot of studs available on this level, to be fair, which is good for a counter, despite how long the level actually is. That's a Dark Force plant. We can't do anything about that, and that's actually going to be integral to getting all the mini-kits, so not going to worry about that right now, of course, though. Alright, we're getting close. We're like 90% of the way there. And I would be very happy if we can get those remaining studs here. Maybe, almost. Unless the camp attack set for Crystal Skull is smallest. I don't even know what that set is. I never owned that one. That's not enough. Great, now we gotta get into a fight. Wait, hang on. You're so close, come on, just count a little bit further meter. There's a lot of studs here, so even if we die, we should be fine. He's the only enemy here, so that actually makes him super easy to deal with. And we got it. True Jedi mode on the worst level of the game is done. Let's go. That is the worst part out of the way. We're still going to collect the extra studs here just because they're easy. But thank God we got that done, so next time around we only have to worry about the mini kits. Even though the next level's also quite long, it's not quite as strict when it comes to studs. Oh, well, Yoda got hit by a boulder. Ooh, so hang on. Switch characters, please. Thank you. I will take that mini kit. Okay, we only got 3 mini kits, which is honestly fine. I wasn't expecting to get a lot on this level. Again, it's totally fine. As long as we beat this level and get the True Jedi mode, I am totally happy with that. Alright, this is the final part of the level. Clones and droids are working together for one reason or another. The Egyptian market set with Cairo swordsmen. I also have like a really weird like soccer goal set from like the 90s. It's just like the soccer goal on the ball and you're supposed to like flick it into targets on the goal. Super weird little thing. Alright, so there is a mini kit here at the very end. We can't get it here because we need a super jump character if I remember correctly. The good thing is, worst level in the game, stud meter was filled. Just have to come back to it. Probably once I have invincibility, it'll be more worthwhile. I don't think this level's going to be super worthwhile without invincibility, honestly. It's going to be rather annoying if I do it without. Well, we will see if maybe I can actually get... Oh, I can actually destroy those, okay. We'll see if I can actually get to the top of the ship here that when it comes out. If I can get this, I will take it, but it doesn't look like I can. Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to try. We need a super jump character for it. Which is totally fine, I was just curious. Yeah, he would have to force it open, that's right. And that immediately ends the level, I believe. Oh, no, it doesn't actually immediately end the level, but that is totally fine. We got it. Alright, guys, worst level of the game. The stud meter's at least filled. We don't have to worry about that again. Thank God. Another level done. Let's go. Chewbacca is on the list. Wookiee is on the list. There's only 2 story characters left. Another mini kit piece. Let's go. Continue story. Let's go. Shame we'll never get a Club Obi-Wan set. Yeah, probably a little too insensitive these days to be allowed. Alright, next to last story level, let's go! The Jedi Temple. This is another very long level, but it's not quite as bad when it comes to studs. The thing is, the important figures you need are in the Shanghai Chase. Shake the bricks. I have no idea why this is even a thing, because they don't give you anything. Well, that's like the most obvious mini-kit in the entire game. Literally right there. So these guys are not Jedi. They are clones disguised as Jedi. I don't think that's a thing in the official canon outside of this game, but hey, it's in the game, so it is what it is. At least now we don't have to play as Yoda this time. We can play as Obi-Wan, who is far easier to control. Alright, let's start grabbing some studs. Again, this is a rather long level, so I would rather get all of the stud meter stuff done on the first try. Not as bad as the previous level, but still kind of annoying. And then the final level is the final battle. And then we'll be done with the main story, which is crazy. We'll be able to do the bonus level immediately after, which is great. And then we'll just have lots of cleanup to do. Why does it even let you affect those little bricks sticking out? Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, can't do anything about that, because it's Ascension Gunpoint, but is there anything else here? Yep. All the studs we can get. I'm not missing anything if I can afford to do so, or try to do so. Oh! Whoa! Okay, hang on. Hang on a minute. We actually got a ledge that we can do something with. The game's actually letting me do something that isn't just shaking a bunch of bricks for no good reason. Yeah, sure is. Okay. Still find it odd George Lucas decided to make Temple of Doom a prequel. Have the Shangri-La set. That is a 10 out of 10. Oh, nice. Put Temple of Doom sets. Oh, yeah, they definitely are. Played it so much as children. I'm sure I would have. Okay, so we can't even get that because we do not have a super jump character. Wonderful. Well, we'll get it later then. That is fine. Let's just move these giant doors out of the way. I think we can blow these up. We need all the studs we can get. The less replaying of levels I have to do, the better. I love this game, but quite a bit of replaying to do on some of these levels, and I would rather not have to do some of the more annoying levels again. This is one of them. Free studs! More free studs! Yay! I've seen a few people actually in the YouTube trophy community doing the new Mafia game. It looks like it might not be a bad choice to play at some point just because it is, you know, a prequel and it's, like, actually priced somewhat fairly for that. If I ever wanted to get into a Mafia game, I mean, I know you have to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, but I've beaten far harder games than that on their hardest difficulties, if we're being fair. But it looks like it could be reasonably fun just to... Oh, God, training droids. Completely forgot that was a thing. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to that game, because I don't think there's an open world in it. Although if we want the open world GTA killer, we can always play Mind's Eye. I will probably play that at some point when it goes free on PS Plus, just to see how terrible it is. Because you know it's going to go free on PS Plus, because they always give us shitty games for PS Plus at this point. Or almost always do. Alright, what's going on in this little chamber here? Ooh, lots of clones are watching a movie and eating pizza. I don't blame you for watching a movie and eating pizza, because that sounds like a fun existence to me. You have no self-conscience, so when you die, you have no fear of dying because you don't care about any of that stuff. So just go enjoy pizza and movies. Sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds a lot more fun than my existence. Wow, holy smokes! Crash landing, Dr. Jones! Hold on to your potatoes! Which I'm actually Asian, so I can make fun of that all I want, and it's not offensive. Does pizza exist in the Star Wars universe, or is this just all a giant joke in this game? I'm assuming it doesn't actually exist in the Star Wars universe. Oh, that's all I had to do? I thought I actually had to do something for that. Okay, I'm not going to complain. I will take any mini kit that I can get, especially when it's that easy. Ooh, that one actually gave me studs. Let's go. Let me guess. Things are going to pop out, trying to kill me. One of those little training droid things. Yoda! Why'd you abandon me, Yoda? It's like 2 clones. You think we couldn't have held them off with the Force? There are no training droids this time. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's where we're headed next. We're not going to go there just yet. Can't do anything with that, but instead we're going to head down here and see what we can find. There's things we can throw overboard for studs. We're about to fill out the stud meter, which is great. And there's also the council room down there. Oh, well, we got the stud meter filled, so it's fine. And we got the mini kit. Perfect. Obviously, you can get that with R2 without dying, but it doesn't matter. There's one here in the newer LEGO Star Wars game as well. Alright, let's start stacking chairs up. Is that all of them? No, there's 5. God, I didn't even see the mini kit up there. Alright, that's 4 mini kits done. Very, very good. I will happily take that kind of progress. I'm sure I missed one here, but it's totally fine. We don't have all the characters and stuff anyway, so... Ooh, wait. There's like 4 here? Is that where all the remaining ones are? We have 4. There's 4 here, and there's 2 outside, so I actually didn't miss anything in that area. If each of those is an individual mini-kit, then yeah, we have not missed anything outside of the outside area. And these clones do not instantly respawn like in the previous level. Ooh, nothing we can do about that because we don't have an ascension gun. Because Jedi don't deal with that kind of stuff. So, nothing we can do about that. Studs are good. We're gonna take studs. Go down. Come on. Come on. Man, he does not want to go down. Okay, that's a dark force thing that we can't affect right now. Okay, there we go. That took longer than it probably should have, but that is A-okay. Alright, various force fields that we have to disable here. So let's go ahead and destroy everything on the ground. I'm sure there's a way to, like, glitch through this and do it way faster. I'm almost positive that's a thing. So I'm sure there's, like, crazy 80% speed runs of this game. Alright, so we have to light up all 6 of these things, and I'm sure there's a way to get to that if you really were, like, curious about trying to do it like pre-free play, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I found the club, Obi-Wan, he's singing "Anything Goes" in Mandarin, and then he says, "How about you give me what you owe me, or anything goes," while trying to kill her. It's been forever since I watched any of the old Indiana Jones, honestly, at this point. It's been a while. Just hit that button and use the force. Perfect. So that's 2 down. Tried to make a slick joke, which is funny. Stay away from my Big Willie! My Big Willie is being attacked! I am now talking about a Destroy All Humans game in this stream for some reason. Probably because I really want more Destroy All Humans content. Because I love the franchise and really want more content of it. Okay, got that one. Perfect. Yeah, Destroy All Humans Big Willie Unleashed. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a great game, obviously, but it's fun. It's just stupid Destroy All Humans type of fun. I would love to see that one get remade, remastered, ported, something. Okay, so we can't get to that ledge without a high jump character, so that's where the rest of this level goes. All of these, we need that high jump character to get behind the wall, so yeah. We're almost done with this level, which means we're almost done with the game. At least the story part. Yeah, we're almost done with the story. And now, we watch the videos of Anakin killing younglings. Oh no, that was too graphic for a LEGO Star Wars game. So he just kills Shakti or whatever that person's name was. A number 66 with extra dip. That's actually kind of funny, but also completely out of context and wrong, but okay. We're gonna jump back to the diner real quick, because I really need to go pee before we finish off the main story. We're almost done. We got 1 story level left. This is great. We are almost done with the main story, so I'm gonna go pee real quick, and I'll be right back. And we are going to finish off the main story and the bonus level after that. Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. What are we to do? Get murdered is what they will do. Alright. Let's finish this one off with Darth Vader. Burp. Forgot about the bridge scene, that should have been a set. If you're meaning from Indiana Jones, for sure. The one that Sweet's building. Alright, guys. The 6th and final chapter of Episode 3, the final story level of the game. The Darth Vader boss fight. Is there a minifigure of Pregnant Padme? Because I feel like that's probably worth a lot if there is. Because I feel like it couldn't have been in a lot of sets. Because I have a Mustafar duel from the old days with, like, the light-up lightsabers and, like, the long sticks you could use to control them. If that makes any sense, if you know the set. But it doesn't have, like, a Pregnant Padme or anything, so... Apparently this room is going to be where we want to go for our studs at. Because apparently you can run this room and not really lose that many studs when you die. So this is one way to farm studs alongside just replaying the bonus level. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for that yet. We will figure that out later on, though. It's not mission critical right now. For now, I just kind of want to get studs on this main level. We got plenty of time. None of those are... Okay, that one actually did something. There's a ton of studs down there, so we want to go ahead and activate that. You guys might remember this level if you saw me do my LEGO Star Wars 2 playthrough. This is levels brought back in that. Alright, we got plenty of time. Oh, we can just get into that. Okay, cool. That's 4. I don't think we can get all of them, though. I think there's a couple that we're going to end up missing. Yep, can't get through that one without R2. That's fine. Can't get through there. Any studs we get, though, we're good. We already got True Jedi mode done on this level, so it's super easy. You have the, main reason why you're making the mock, you have the 2020 set. I have the, like, OG one from, like, 2005, 2006-ish. I don't know if the lightsabers still light up or not. I don't know what was being used to power that back in the day. Because it couldn't have been, like, depleted uranium or anything, right? Okay, we're running out of time here. We are on a timer for this entire level, so we've got to be kind of careful. At least I'm assuming that's not what they used. Like they use in, like, gun sights and stuff. Even though it's smaller, like that it's decently detailed. Some of those sets you can display in your office. True. Ooh, Anakin got hit in the butt. Oh, he burned my butthole. He burned my butthole today. We don't want our buttholes burned. I have no idea why I'm turning that into a Journey song. Wait, that's not Journey. No, I'm dumb. That's not Journey. That's Bon Jovi. I don't know why I thought that was Journey. Go through it, Anakin. So we must work together to survive. For some reason. Because game logic demands it. I got almost all the mini-kits, though. There's only like 2 left. 1 or 2 we couldn't get. Oh, I also don't really have much of an office, and I got work stuff to talk about on the next stream. I won't talk about it today because we're already kind of far into this stream, and I'm not feeling as much about talking about it, but there's things I need to say about how I'm getting completely screwed over by people. Again. But again, we'll get to that next stream, and also I need R2 to make that jump. That's right, so I do need R2 to make that jump, so we will come back and get that on free play, totally fine. We can get this one, though. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let's keep going. Is that 8? Yeah, 8. Okay, so we only missed 2. I know exactly where both of them are. They're both really easy to get. Like, this level's pretty easy to 100%. It's meant to be the climactic final battle, so it makes sense. Alright, so, if you want to, you can actually play this fight as Anakin. If you really want to. He doesn't really change anything. Also, I'm gonna lose at this rate, because I use the wrong attacks multiple times. Oh shit, I actually lost. Okay, I'm supposed to use the normal slash attacks, not the downward smash attacks. Obi-Wan. That's the attack we want to use. I don't know why I wasn't using that from the beginning. I wasn't thinking. Holy shit, he's way more aggressive in this version than he was in the other one. He's way more aggressive in this than he is in LEGO Star Wars 2. He's also, like, way more vulnerable to attack. For that at all, honestly. But we beat him, so it's all good. Yeah, he's way more aggressive in that than he is in the LEGO Star Wars 2 version. That's kind of crazy. But hey, we just got 2 trophies. Stud meter in every level, and you were the chosen one! You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it! You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join it! Alright, now we get a final cutscene. And we have the bonus level unlocked. Babies! Dead! Baby's crying. I don't like children. I don't want children because I feel like they would annoy me. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join it! You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you! Alright. That is all 3 episodes cleared. And our 2 foes are back at the diner, just chilling out. Before we head off to the bonus level, let's look at our characters to purchase. Count Dooku. Ooh, he's a bit expensive. This is Bodyguard, a little bit expensive there. General Grievous is really expensive. Clone's cheap. So there's some cheap characters, but there are some super expensive characters in there. Holy cow. God, we still need 350,000 just to buy the characters. Plus those 2, which we haven't seen yet. That's expensive. No! Oh yeah, they've parodied this so much in like every piece of media. But we have one more level to play now. We have another level to play. Episode 4, A New Hope. The bonus level. This was before there was the traditional LEGO bonus level in games where you had to get 1,000,000 studs in a LEGO city. This is the original bonus level. The most iconic thing from Star Wars is Darth Vader's breathing. It's up there. Now we have a bonus level. Yeah, this is back before the bonus levels were get 1,000,000 stuff in the LEGO City setting. This one's just a straight up extra level. Because it plays like a normal level, there's just no mini kits or super kits to worry about. So it's just a play through the level, enjoy it, and get a bunch of studs. Oh no, Rebel Scum. Rebel Scum. We have lots of studs we can get out of here. And we're going to want to get as many of them as we can, because this is by far the best level in the game when it comes to just earning studs normally. Now, I don't think it's the most efficient method of doing so. As I've mentioned previously, it might not be the most efficient method of doing so. We're probably going to be better off just trying to farm in the Darth Vader level. According to some of the stuff I've read. I don't know entirely how true that is, but I can kind of see why it would make sense. Because this level, yeah, you can probably get more studs per minute, but you can only do so much in a single run with how much you have to use the Force and how you have to actually finish the level and stuff like that. That's not the most iconic than what is. Honestly, I feel like there's some memes at this point that might be right up there, though. Like, Jar Jar being obnoxious has got to be up there. Or some of the quotes, the fight between Anakin and... Oh, we don't have any C-3PO droids. Between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I feel like there's probably other things that could be right up there, though. I mean, I think it's probably one of the most iconic things for sure, but I do wonder if there's anything else that could be up there. So yeah, we want to get all the studs we can here. Once you get the hang of this level, you can run it pretty quickly. Reminds you of the bonus level Mega Hero Power Years 1 through 4. He plays Voldemort and the Death Eaters attacking Harry's parents. So yeah, it seems sort of like that. It's just like almost like a normal level, but it's just really good for studs and all that kind of stuff. We'll probably get an achievement for completing it. I don't think we have to do it in free play, but we probably will do it in free play for stud purposes. And when you get good at it, you can beat it within like 10 minutes fairly easily. With well over 100,000 studs, but we're also going to be far from what we need to do for our few remaining achievements and our all of the things we have to purchase. There's C-3PO with 2 blue studs to his name. Already over 42,000 studs in. Let's keep going. Playing as the main villain and one of Henchman's kind of the same in both. Yeah, I get what you mean. We're gonna get more characters after this, which is good. I'd honestly rather go ahead and buy the invincibility ability at some point. I think that would probably be more useful than just buying the extra characters. We really don't need the other characters yet, because they don't have any new special abilities or anything like that. It'd be cool if they introduced like an extra special ability in the bonus level, but they don't do anything like that, which is totally fine. Okay, so here we have to actually do spelling. Yes, I'm not joking. We actually have to spell. I'm not bad at spelling, but it wasn't my strongest subject in, like, elementary school. I never won a spelling bee. So in here, we have to spell the word Lego. Lego my ego. Lego my ego. Lego my ego. Thankfully, Lego is only a 4-letter word, so it is fairly reasonable to spell. Except the G has a really weird design, if I remember correctly. Yeah, with the G, I don't remember... Just go ahead and build the O first, so we'll know when we get the G correct. No. Vader, do that one, please. You're writing Lego. Yep. We're just spelling out the word Lego. Alright, 3 letters are done. The problem is, with this one, I can't remember if it's this piece first, right here. This one with the crossbar. Or if it's a singular piece next. If I get it wrong, I know what the problem is. It's going to be on the G, but it looks more like a 6, but we'll see if it counts. It did. Okay, so that's what it wants. Okay, good to know. I legitimately wasn't 100% sure if that's what it was going to be. And you get a few blue studs out of it for free. Okay, so that hallway's cleared. So, next hallway. We have C-3PO available. And we're going to force him into slavery. Start getting studs out of these wall containers. This just takes so long to use the force on everything. So yeah, this is one possible way to farm studs, but it's probably not the best way. Like I mentioned before, what we can do is play the final level of the main story, and a lot of people say that that's a good way to rack up studs. So we'll probably end up doing that, or I might end up off-screening some of that, because it's probably going to be kind of a waste of time to do on-stream, so we will see about that here once we're done with everything. But that is a possibility for the future, is that I might just off-stream some of that and then just do the actual recording stuff. Oh yeah, you need 1 million studs to buy invincibility, but it's not the only thing you have to buy in the game. Because you have to spend about 4 to 5 million studs total in the game to buy everything. Which is kind of ridiculous when there's no stud multipliers. Yeah, this game was a little bit extra in that particular sense. Without the stud multipliers. Like, even just a ×2 multiplier would have made all the difference. But that's not even in this game. It's just, invincibility and mini-kit detectors are the only, like, actually useful abilities. All the others are just, like, cosmetic extras. We're gonna get over 100,000 studs, which is good. Well over 100,000 studs, so... In the bonus level... No, you don't need 1 million studs in the bonus level, you just have to beat it. Like, it's like a traditional, normal LEGO level. It's not anything insane. You just have to beat it. New Brawl's on sale again. Took 20 minutes to get all the trophies. I think that's the one that I did. Alright, thanks for stopping by, TJ. VOD will be up tomorrow, so you'll be able to see whatever else happens. Probably like another 45 minutes that will go on this. So yeah, you can get about 125,000 studs probably on a run of this if you do it perfectly. And that's if you do it perfectly. Even without that, you might get like 110 to 120,000. Oh, almost. So yeah, I think there's going to be more efficient ways to farm studs for the remaining stuff. And I'll see if the method that I've seen online is actually the best or not. We've also got a few levels to go back and clean up next. Alright, that's done. Yeah, we're gonna get about 120,000 studs, so pretty good numbers. One of the best ways to get studs, but not necessarily the best way. We'll find out whether or not that's true. Xbox version has online to do. Took 4 hours. I don't know anything about the Xbox version then. Alright, then we get the pivotal scene. I think that's it. Get an achievement here. Hope it's good. To be continued. 2 new characters, let's go. 3 characters, for that matter. We have 4 more to purchase. And that's it. That is it for the overall story of this game. But we've got some cleanup to do now. Let's see how expensive those other couple of characters are. We can't afford everyone yet, but 50,000, that's a little expensive, don't you think? Alright, all that's left is General Grievous for 200,000, so we'll get him later. We've got a lot of levels that we still have to finish the mini-kits on, so let's start working on that. So let's see. Negotiations is done. Escape from Naboo is done. Pod Race is done. Bead Palace is done, and Darth Maul is done. So let's go ahead and knock out the rest of Episode 1. Any idea what game I'm going to do next from Retro Achievements? I don't know yet. I'm having a lot of fun with this one, but I don't know what I'm going to play next. I'll take a look at my list and see what I really want to play next. There's still so many games. Yeah, there's still so many games that I want to play that just don't have lists, unfortunately. Hopefully they will at some point. Like Freedom Fighters is a big one. I really want to have a list, but it doesn't have one. Or like the old Rocket Power games, for the most part, don't have lists. I would love to see those get one, though. Especially Beach Bandits, because that was literally my first console game I played. Maybe something from Nintendo's a possibility. God of War, that ain't happening. If I'm going to play God of War, I'm going to get the trophies for it. Okay, so it looks like both things I missed were right here at the beginning of the level, which is probably pretty correct. So now get me 50,000 studs, plus whatever I can carry over at the end of the level. Aha! So blowing up this tree probably gives me something, doesn't it? Yep, it does. Alright, that's 9. Perfect. Ow. Let's get all these flowers blown up real quick. Joking when you said that. Okay, fair enough. Pokemon Red. Yeah, I am not really much of a Pokemon player. So, me trying to play a Pokemon game is probably not going to go very well. I'm not against playing one by any means. Like, the one that was the remake of the original, so the one that was Pikachu and Eevee, was actually pretty fun. I actually had a lot of fun with that game. How the hell did I miss this? It's right there. How the hell did I miss this? I have no idea how I missed that previously. Alright, grab every stud that we can and move on to the next level. Or the next area of the level. Because we can't just quit out. See Freedom Fighters, OG Xbox Retro Store. It is such a good game. It is one of the... Honestly, I think it's like a game of the year type of game. I think it's one of the best I ever played. It's just... It's kind of short. And then just the fact that it never got its sequel that it probably should have had. It could still get it someday because they still own the rights to it and want to do something with that franchise. I just don't know if it'll ever be something that actually happens. It could, though. And again, Freedom Fighters developers, IQ Interactive, if you're out there and you want to listen to this stream, I have ideas for how to make an amazing game. I have so many ideas for what can make Freedom Fighters 2 the best game of all time. So if you're out there, please listen in, please join in. Please contact me, because I want it to be great, and I know how it could be great. It could be like what Homefront the Revolution wanted to be. But that game ended up kind of sucking, honestly, at least at first. Because it was so broken, it was so buggy when it first came out. It was better later on, but when it first came out, it was a broken mess. Darth Vader is one of the most fun characters to play as in this game. He's super overpowered. He has that long lunging attack. He's great to play as. Miss old LEGO games, the new ones take forever. I mean, this one still takes a long time to 100%. Mostly because it didn't have stud multipliers. I mean, that's really the only reason why it takes so long, is it didn't have stud multipliers. Which is super weird to think of, because all the modern ones have had that. Every game after this had them. Which is kind of crazy to think about. I'm not going to bother with that. That's a lot of work for about 1,000 studs. Droids! I'm Darth Vader. You're not doing anything to me. Can I actually blow these up, or are they just here? Nope, they're just here. 10 and 10, so just making doubly sure of that. And final area, just run at this point. No point in bothering with the studs, unless they're right in the path. So, just grab them and go. Grab and go. Alright, that's 50,000 stud bonus for finishing that level, and that is it for Episode 1. Episode 1 is 100% complete. Not that we get any extra bonuses for that, but it's done. So let's go. That is it for Episode 1. Alright then, Episode 1 is 100% done. I do not want to play as a battle droid. They're annoying. Episode 2, I think we're missing 2 levels, right? Discovery on Camino, and let's do Droid Factory. Let's knock this one out. I don't like this level that much, but let's knock it out. It's not as bad in this version as it is in the Skywalker Saga, so... Burp. Let's knock this one out. Get as many studs as we can. Those. Alright. Jedi and a Sith. Let's work together here for a second and take out these stupid flying things. Because they fly now. They fly now? Yeah, they fly now. It was funny, I actually read something recently that was like what the original story was going to be for the sequel trilogy. And it was so much better than what we ended up getting. It was going to have Finn as the main, like, Jedi character of the sequel trilogy. Which is something... I hope I didn't just screw that up. I don't think so. Yeah, it was originally going to have Finn as, like, the main character of the whole thing. Okay, that didn't work. And it was going to have him be the good guy the whole time, of course. But it was going to end up having him have to go against Daisy Ridley's Rey character, because Rey would turn to the dark side with the influence of Kylo Ren. And I think that would have been so much better than what we ended up getting. Because Rey was simply not a good character. There's no defense against that. Like, her character was terrible. She just wasn't interesting in the slightest. Yeah, originally the plan was going to be to have Finn be the main character of the new series as a Force-sensitive type of person. And then Rey would end up going bad alongside Kylo Ren, and Finn and presumably Poe and whatever was left of the Resistance would be the ones saving everyone. And they could have had his relationship with Poe that would have made a hell of a lot more sense than the random-ass kiss between Rey and Kylo Ren that made absolutely no sense in the final movie. But no, we weren't allowed to have that. For some reason, we were not allowed to have that. It would have made a hell of a lot more sense than whatever the hell we got in that franchise that makes still no sense to this day. So The Last Jedi is still terrible, and Rise of Skywalker is still just as, if not more, terrible. Okay, so we couldn't do anything here last time, I don't believe, but... Or no, we might have been able to, but no, we couldn't. But it would have actually been interesting. It would have been a lot better than what we ended up getting. Ooh, color mixing simulator. Uh-oh, it's color mixing simulator. Guys, we gotta learn basic elementary school colors. Okay, orange is gonna be yellow plus red, or red plus yellow. Color mixing simulator, yay! Purple, that's gonna be blue with red. I actually remember my basic colors and shapes. And finally, I'm assuming it's green, which is gonna be yellow plus blue. Excellent. Fairly easy mini-kit. What was that? 6, 7. And we're through. Next area. Oh, who's got a grapple gun here? Just you? What about here? Okay, that does something. I'm I'm not actually sure that's what I wanted to do, but he doesn't seem to mind. Because that's basically more of a shortcut than anything else if you really wanted to, like, speed run through this. Like old LEGO games with lack of voices, mumbling was better. It had certain advantages to it, like it was kind of just a classic thing, but I mean, I don't necessarily mind the voice acting in the later ones. I don't think it's anything all that bad, necessarily. Okay, so that's how we move on. So we don't want to go there just yet. We got to go back here first. This whole door up here, I think I already did everything here, but just in case I didn't. Let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Made the game's cornier. I guess I can see that. Or maybe I didn't do this before. I guess I did not do that before. Okay. That's 8. I don't know where the last 2 are, but that's good. Got that one. Well, we need all the studs we can get, so we'll take them. Not one of my favorite levels out there, but hopefully we'll be through it here in just a second. An R2 panel, that is an R2 panel. We get over the fact that Obi-Wan Revenge of the Sith was a ladder on the eye of the high ground. That's kind of funny, that must have been a special effects thing. Go. I mean, I could definitely see that, though, because, I mean, they don't want their actors to die from lava exposure. Lava exposure is not good for the skin or the rest of the body, so it makes some level of sense. They don't want to burn their actors alive. Okay, so is that all good? Yep, that's all good. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything there. Grab the blue stud because it hurts. For the fact that Emperor Palpatine tried to use Electro-Lego pieces instead of actual electricity. That's funny, though. That's just good old humor. Good Lego humor. Bunch of them here, but that's not really the biggest issue here. Missing too many kits, and there's one right there. Block everything at this point, should be fine. I think I can build that, right? I can. Okay, I was about to say. I thought I remembered being able to do that. Okay, let's switch to Super Jump character. There we go. That's 9. One more to go. One more part to go. I don't know if it's in here or not. We're not going to take any risks of missing things, so we're just going to scan this room real quick. Make sure I don't miss anything. Take the studs. Shame Indiana Jones will never get the Skywalker Saga treatment. I don't know, like, they could potentially do it if they just edit out some of those scenes. I could see him doing it if they really wanted to. think there's more offensive things out there. But apparently, like, the next one is supposed to be, like, a Batman one, from what I've heard. Like, that's the rumors I've been hearing. This is going to be, like, a Batman one. Okay, so that's everything in here. So we got one mini-kit to go. Third film had World War II Germans, but didn't have a problem releasing the German plane set. True. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, because supposedly the next set they want to do, or just the next LEGO game they want to do, is a Batman-based one. So I don't know if that's going to end up being a thing that actually happens or not. Again, it's just a rumor that I've heard, so I have no idea if there's any truth to it. I'd love to see it happen, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see some more LEGO games. Although Batman is, like, one of the lower sort of level things that I would want to see, because I don't care as much about that. Oops. Build that bridge for me, R2. Thank you. Can't see it happening. Anything related to Kali is going to get removed. Yeah, that's fair. Against the LEGO Batman game getting the Skywalker treatment. And again, it would not be anywhere near, like, my priority one that I would want to see get that treatment. I would much rather see, like, a Disney or Jurassic or Indiana Jones or something else get it. But that is the rumor. I don't know how true it is, though. It might not actually be true at all. Did I miss this before? Okay, good. I did not miss that one before. Okay, I hope it's here. I hope the last item's here. I think it is, because conveyor belts and such. No, we would have had R2 here, so I don't think that's it either. Got it. Level done. That's another level done. Let's go. That's 50,000 more studs for the pocketbook. All the enemies we'll see here. I would like to see Harry Potter get it. I will agree with that. I think that would be a good choice for next. Especially with the TV series that's coming out in like the next year or two, the HBO series. It's probably going to be terrible, sure, but at the same time, maybe they won't screw it up horribly. I'll be optimistic. I feel like they're probably going to screw it up horribly, but you never know. And you could have, you know, all 8 movies plus potentially all 3 of the Fantastic Beasts movies all in one. Then you could have all of the castle, Hogsmeade, maybe a few other places as hub worlds. Especially the castle. Alright, that level's done. So I think we got one more to go in episode 2. Which is the Count Dooku level. So yeah, Kamino's done. Droid Factory's done. Jedi Battle's done. Get away from... I don't want to play as freaking Droidica. Thank you. Gunship Cavalry is done. So now we've got Count Dooku. I did not make much progress in this previously, so let's knock it out. Private Drive. Yeah, they could do Private Drive. So they could have plenty of hub worlds, but it might not be as expansive as the Skywalker Saga in that sense, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Skywalker Saga had so much in it. Okay, easy first mini kit. And we need all of these studs that we can get. Mystery Magic, they could definitely do that. Or like Godric's Hollow, maybe they could do that as an area. Jump to the switch, please. Thank you. Thank you. Mini kit collected. And there's one over here as well. Alright, that's 5 already. Alright, hit that. Just want to get the Lego Ministry Magic set now. It's retired, but you can find one used. I don't even know anything about that set. I barely remember that. Alright, 5 more mini kits. Uh-oh. Okay, so that one we need a short character. Okay, go short character, then go to Ascension Gun, and we get that one. Easy enough. And what about the other 4? There's one up there. Oh, there's 2 up there. Okay. Is it just switch to a super jump character? Ah, that doesn't seem like what... Ah, there's no way that's what it wants me to do. There's like a little hidden ledge there, but... You definitely could exploit that if you were really, like, patient about it, but... Yeah, do that. Do that. And that will give me enough height. Then blow that up. Not enough. Come on now. Do I just have to hover over to it, maybe? Is that what it wants me to do? Yep, that's what it wanted me to do. Alright, not a problem. 2 more to go. This is a big battlefield, by the way. This is actually, like, there's a lot of stuff to do here. So that one wants me to shoot 2 targets. Oh no, I care so much. That's 9. Where's the last one? Yeah, I actually don't know where the last one is. Alright, so I don't know where the last one is. I might have missed it. 6 years to make the newest Harry Potter sets. The Lego Diagon Alley set's gonna retire soon. It'll be like the Death Star will go up like crazy. I don't know if I really want to spend the money on something like that right now, because I don't really have much of a purse of like Harry Potter sets for my whole setup that I have going. So did I miss a mini-kit somewhere? Because I didn't see the marker going off anywhere else. Guess it's not available until we get Yoda in the game? I don't think that would be a thing, but it's possible. Oh, right, he does that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't know where this last one is then. Okay, so we don't switch to Yoda or anything, so I don't know where the last one is. You have to look back at it. Whether by Harry Potter, yeah, I mean, Harry Potter stuff's a little bit more fair priced. Okay, so I have no idea where the item is that I missed. It's probably super obvious, and I'm probably just dumb, but I gotta figure this one out. This can of water, wait. I am a dumbass. I am a dumbass. I started to remember that right then. It is right there. I is so intelligent. That's me being sarcastic, but that's just embarrassing. How the hell did I miss that? Seriously, how the hell did I miss that? That's the last collectible for all of episode 2, so episodes 1 and 2 are done now. So yeah, with that, episodes 1 and 2 are completely done. So it's only episode 3, of which it's only 4 out of the 6 chapters that we still have to do stuff in. So I'm a dumbass that somehow did not remember that being there until now. Let's go ahead and knock this level out, get them 50,000 stud bonus, and then we head off to episode 3. Uh-oh. Force. I'm so scared of your usage of the Force. I'm so scared. It's so weird without the music. Well, that's the... Wait, what? He doesn't have a lightsaber out. Obi-Wan, where's your lightsaber? Oh, now, there it is. I don't know where it was there. So his lightsaber disappeared. I didn't know that was a fun thing to happen, but I guess it is. Lightning, I'm so scared. Lightning, lightning, very, very frightening. Lightning, lightning, very, very frightening. I'm so scared of this. Okay, level done. 264,000 studs. Let's go. We could buy the last character if we wanted, but that seems to be a bit of a waste of money. I'd rather go ahead and buy the invincibility first, because that's going to make the last bit of grinding a little bit easier. So, episode 2 is 100% done. So all we have left is episode 3, so let's head off to some episode 3 cleanup real quick before we call it the night here. I got time for maybe one more level. Yeah, I got time for about one more level, so let's go ahead. Okay, that one's done, so let's go ahead and knock out Chancellor in Peril before I go to bed for tonight. That is a lot of characters for one level, unfortunately. So we'll knock this level out tonight, and then we will probably be calling it after that. We're only missing 4 mini-kits, and I know where the first 2 are early on. Get that, and then I might do some stud farming on my own before the next stream, just so that we can finish off the game in the next stream, because we need a lot of studs, and that is going to take quite a bit of time to do. So what might end up happening is I might just farm out most of the remaining studs before the next stream, because we need so many of them. In the next stream, we would go ahead and finish off the remainder of what we need. It should only take a couple of hours to farm out the remaining stuff. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. But we need a lot of them, and I don't know. I don't feel like that's going to be the most interesting thing to watch, me trying to farm things. Kits. I'm trying to remember where the other two might be at. Hit this with R2 just in case it does something. I don't think it does, but just in case. This at least get us some studs, so the less we have to grind, the better. Ow. Oh, he fell off the cliff. Well, that's always a good thing for me. I will take all those free studs. There, those 5,000 free studs. It's just so weird having to, like, grind in a LEGO game, because it's not really a super common thing. At least not by modern standards. Like, yeah, sometimes you have to grind for things a little bit, but not a whole lot. Alright, through that tunnel, so I know the next collectible is in this room, and there's one at the very end with all those elevators. This is good. Just gotta finish out the level. Yeah, this one here. One more at the end of the level. Protocol droid, easy enough. Take it. So we got one left. It's in the next room. Yeah, this game's been fun. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a very good time with this. Even if it does have a little bit of a grindy portion to it, it is a-okay, because I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Ow. And there it is! That level's done! There's one nice thing with this game is that the levels... There's only 17 levels, and there's so few things you have to do on each level. They're super friendly to players. There's so little that you actually have to do. They're very easy to knock out, even if you have to replay them in free-play, which you normally have to do. So yeah, that is it for this level, but we can't just save and quit. We actually have to finish out the level, which is totally fine. It's just unfortunate for our stud count because we might die in the process, but we might also get more studs in the process, so... All studs are good at this point. Oh, I'm playing as Count Dooku, okay. Where's my other player here? There we go. Hit him with his little stun baton thingy. Well, that probably killed a few people that didn't need to die, but that is a-okay for our whole progress here. all these studs up here, so let's grab them. Oh, you're not supposed to be attacking me if I am one of you. Super droids causing problems since day one. Okay, so now he's gonna do his force attacks. Do that. Perfect. Yeah, this will be my last level of the night. I'm getting tired and I have work tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to. I'm getting screwed over constantly. But I'll talk about that probably in the next stream. So that'll probably be on Wednesday. So let's just go ahead and knock out this level first. And done. Super easy. Let's keep going, so we actually have everything in this next... Oh. Okay, never mind. Do I actually have to free the Chancellor? Wait, do I actually have to do that? No, I don't. Not in free play, at least. Okay, then. Never mind. Keep going this way, then. I'm shocked they didn't hide something in this room, because it seemed like the kind of place where they would hide something. Oops, I just killed myself. Well, we're getting at least some studs out of this. Yeah, what'll probably happen before the final stream of this is I will probably farm some studs off screen and, like, get enough to purchase everything. Because that is going to be a massive, massive grind of several hours that's going to serve no purpose to do on stream if I can do it off. So yeah, most likely we'll farm some studs off stream to get enough to purchase everything. And once I do that, we'll be able to... Next stream should be able to finish off the mastery here, which is going to be awesome. It'll be my first mastery. And yeah, it was an easy one, but it was a game that I absolutely love, so I see no problem with it. It's a game I absolutely love. So we got 3 more levels to finish, plus all this stuff to buy, so... Stream was fun to eat cheesecake, too. Glad it was good for that. I love cheesecake, even though it is so terrible for you. It tastes delicious, and delicious tasting things are sometimes worth it. Ow. He shoved his electro thing in a place where the electro thing should not be shoved. Yeah, I am very surprised they wouldn't have made the achievements in this like, a little bit more complicated. Like, you easily could have had speedrun achievements for so many of these levels. I am very surprised they didn't do that, because so many of the RA lists do stuff like that. I'm not mad about it, I'm just very surprised about it, personally. Alright, that level's done. Lots of studs, let's go! 340,000 studs, so at this point... I'm gonna run back to the shop here and see what's going on, because 3 levels left, so 4, 5, and 6 here are not done yet. So currently, let's go ahead and knock out the last character here, because I have enough studs for him. That is all the characters purchased, so every character is done. So at this point, all that's left is 3 more levels, including the mini-kits that will give me 150,000 studs, plus the extras. So these are going to cost 175, 200, so 375, 425, 500,000, 600,000, 1.6 million, basically 1.7 million. 1.85 million. Is that about right? So yeah, about 2 million studs left is what I think is needed. Sure, buy the silly blasters. That'll cut out some of this, so now I can count a little bit better. So 175, 200, so that's 375, 425, 500, 1.5 million, basically 1.6 million, basically 1.75 million. So 1.75 million studs, I think, is all we need at this point. It's a lot, but it's not horrible. So yeah, about 1.75 million studs is all we still need. But yeah, that's going to be it. So that's going to be it for tonight. That's a lot of studs left, but it shouldn't take too terribly long for me to farm off stream, because I'm not going to make you guys watch that because it's probably going to be boring. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And next time around, I will have enough studs to buy everything. And after that, we will be getting the mastery with LEGO Star Wars 1. It'll be my first mastery, and then we can start looking into other games. So, yeah, super exciting. See you guys back here probably on Wednesday for the next stream.